Odofo me bo me nsama o de ntini say wa ya ade say wa so de na wo do afidie ato Adom TV any Apostle Dr. Anita Koto ye beto na montuo e o kwanhye mre ho enye nhira ma ho ofie so no mo nten so enyo adwobre obusua ento yie enko yie die mu wadwuma ware no sikasam ye die ne bedware wo enne so ye hyehyɛbre. And I've come with something. Live fully in the moment. Live fully. And that day a crowd. Now, as someone here me sorry here me kind Bible say, this is the day I have made. Rejoice and be glad. And me there as someone me there. And then a dama yama we kofi to me ni te ko tegwe. Mo ani nyi na dia we see wanemu. Rejoice and be glad. When I make a chair, how can I rejoice? And how can I be glad? Maybe some who say, when you was some say, why another day I'm a say, and in year will say, now then I may dear will see. The same mammy, you're free and right, dear, me fair mono. The same ma obedient, I mean, the channel. It is a media, dear Trama Kumamune. The same two and right, actually. Now me turn and say, and ne. Dear na mede mani beto so a meyo a ene be wie ayepa asene nra. Focus and discipline are the two main things. I need to have the discipline of a military man. Ese me hihye ma brabo se osere ni amegina okwan no. Emfa ho ne me fa mu nra. Emfa ho ne ye ka kire me nra. Emfa ho de ye me nra. Majamu. Majai the past. Ese se nra de me dimu a ebe ha me. Simple bi wo nra mu ameya me suan ade wa fi nra mu. Dina me yo ya sinto bae a enko babio na me nka dia wo de ka kire me se empo me driver wo hia me kwamu a wo ye me wasem a me da chao fako wo na wo bo hu dua se wo hia pere mu ti se me a wo twama no enti nyama asem na wo kan ye nyama asem da de yo me de wo me say de na me ye ne na me nya hoto ene e friend say this is the day I have made, rejoice and be glad in it. What can you do today? What ways are you going to think about today for you to be rejoiceful, and to be glad? There are thoughts you would think that will make you sad. Don't entertain them in your mind. Adwimi wo a obetwa go adwimi pro so na day. Ena na no Ghana edin. Ena we say jai say wo ye omama ohine e wo Ghana nyina, and think about you. Focus on yourself. There are times you need to focus on you. What am I doing today to make me glad? What am I doing today to let me rejoice? Oh no, you know, what am I doing today to let my wife rejoice? What am I doing today to make my husband rejoice and be glad, and my children? That's your focus. And then when you know, ebi ochina meto, ebia ochina beba kwa na bibiasi. And then they cry, make sure you are living today at your best. Satara basha, satara efe me to say bro nyamra basha. Oh no, se we dia so say dey be fata one. What I say? Na pesu banya, mami nu mi so krameba. Oh no. Na pesu banya ubenya ebeboa wo. Ene dey na ekura me. Onyame se mini awuresie na mama n'enyi wo mu. Enioma ben na meka kire me ho madwen proso. Abema me dey awuresie, e fe no positive affirmation. Anapa bia so de a unim re de na mom koto na bom pae wo wi a jan hwe ni me ka kire wo se me safata. Me your mama. Ena me si ye di akwan so. Ene adom na edom me. Ene ehira na ebedware me. Ene empo onyame de me fa kwampa so a me wie na day. Speak positively about your life. Don't say, hey, and I'm sorry, a bad you, a free aquajumamu, hey, traffic, hey. Don't start your day with anxiety. Start your day with words that will create joy and gladness in your heart. May kwajumama ko share santua, a bad dekeke, because share empo frank, a bad fekeke, because share a jampedu, a bad permukeke. I'll be glad even for the people I'm going to meet in my life. wa so na parwa hwe yire nim oba ba ma ware ni me fi akopempna e ma wo de ne nkoyie de ekura wo ne de ma wone nso na ka sempa e fa de ekura wo ne ho na pe nkenya be kenya wo na pe nyansa be bubra ne da. This is the day the Lord has made for you. Do things that will make you rejoice and be glad. You can say rejoice in first room if you near if you are juniper any empo susuyepa any subemu. So you make us say be glad. Gladness no and you should better go abroad. So gladness come as a result of the way you are thinking. A glad day comes as a result of the things you'll be doing. So do things that will make your day glad at the end of the day. Do your best. What I say, what to idea, but when being so now, only your customers answer the be our better idea. Mammy with them, me will have whom poor my mystery. Me quite idea what. Papa with the Mishana, who go Shana Chroma as a lamentations. I show him now. Which good morning, cry a good man, and me a bad morning. Good morning, and you good. Namasi dear and come on, cry. No be shower or the city shower. Ma we diemu every and the apa. If a positive energy. Now watching 1 year once will be a ben. In life, your thoughts can engineer positive vibrations or negative vibrations. Choose to attract positivity by being positive yourself. What I say? I dream I won't dream no. Me endimu me sefata. And say me Paul me people as no. I'm say Philippians 4:8. Or say near dimu. Dear sefata. Dear ejina wodoso. Dear hucha. Say nyoma we na me bobo ho ma so. Whatever things are pure. Whatever things are lovely. Whatever things are just. Whatever things are of good reports, think about these things. Oh no, Paul, or a psychologist too. And your man would you know, and they Kenya one nano. And you may try a cat with them young Kameko, whether you know about sound to me, Jumano. Or Baba and Makufani, or by her name, one dono. Ma and Niji and Yano Brabo and a pa. Now, a Viana bear fe, I had that. Ma and Sempa. Any cranshen sem. Enyane wo suban no abrabo adwene mu. Na wo da no so besane ayesa. As you think, so shall your day be. And think best thoughts. Think excellent thoughts. And think discipline. And focus on today. And then wo abrabo bi abebo. Sianse anapebia so ya wa asrekere ho. Uni abonte obi nka sese be wa bodam. Peside bi na sere. Me show sere ba me hwe o sere untimi sere ohunu peside bi na sere ne dey na ebe Kenya nsuo bi omu a ebe Kenya we de na ye di adware wo wo so na pe wa muna e na Ghana adi ho e na bayire kra bo adi ho e na ntos e fa ho ban adi na koye fo ni bi hwe jaise obo sobo ebobo na peside bi sere wo sere abrabo no bebuke umuna so abebuke menna a wo me atumifo bi o se kofie wo de ani je agi ayede ma wo na wo de abufo so koji ayede ma wo na awie ye no be kire ne abenya wo de ani je agi a wo gina ne je so de bubrapa na wo de abufo so gi a na nkwama wanhwe ye mfa ma obiom nti pe ni je pe nyansa pe wodo pe sede na nhye afromu ma na ene de yaya ma wo se mo anenye ene na eda ma wo enu atwamukọ okira nyamae de kura wo ye nne entuma ekura wo ye nne pamatade e be fata wo ne dey afa hye on de kura wo ye nne ifra no peya kusu be no nsia bebo ena mpo no ndu bebo anadwo no na odu abrabo aye bibi na wa kan sempa bi a kire obi frobi na bi se na se na kan sempa bi kire no na ye ne ye pa bi kire obi na abrabo be dimu na aso ani na mpo ade chia de ya ne no e be hye wo kina ama wo. What you do today will determine your tomorrow. Onyame nhira wate onyame kan wate onyame mie ne friends bi wo soro na ne nyansa ennokro wadwene na tona montio papa a wo do ne anigye wo mu aha na meja wo mama me na hema asanto ase ena eja we be kampedu ase when na production team ekura me na mpoming math sound Frank and Osmosis camera Christopher and a Prince and a lighting and obi a boy adwumadi ba me nche MC afo nyina me da manse wo a onya mrehwe me de me ja hara me ka se woni onyame entina makrao
Yada say yansa mo akwa babiem na mo achemra Adom TV Badwam kase no eso yada Apostle Dr. Ni Tekutegwa say enkranhensema ode abreye de du so no kase no ne todwa mo bi a wo betie ni kantamanto adwadufo nso ene wo mo kire se de gya na hyeye no hawede abre wo mo nema no yenya bi mpo eno ne nsem bi ya mampani John Dramani Mahama betena so ne na wotwe mu sadi abasobo ekoma no won hye bia ode to na kwan mo no nsem bi na no pay mede bro Adom TV Badwam kase wo share live on Facebook/Adom TV Extra Go TV 119 DSTV 280 ko YouTube search Adom TV 2 kwadomonline.com nsem any bebre so ewo ho anopai mahofade efri majoy trish oko Instagram ho bedre so kama medi de afia amankwa tamaklu afia ne de mientie se den nsem ni kiremu ankasa etie ejato kantamanto edwadifo won niema ahodo ni nyina hye ene wo hu se de hye ye no a konya ye pradada se de hwe kuransi soda nanso ene ye rade Adom nti akeka ne masie ni ama won se pejam na no Adom kase amane boni akosua japoma ntwiko ho ene wo mukodi enkomo se de eja no enye nsunsuaso wo won bo so ne ma no kra na bi ni ho emu nsem kase no etwaso
se yedumu bepiemu ewo eye kantamanto ha edwadifo ni biditu yenim se wo mu niema a omokra ton ni nyina ahye na enam saa no enioma na short eniema bi ti se force be wa omokra jeans skinny ene nkwala ho nioma nyina ahye a nti se wotwa wani ebedru kantamanto ha se wo pesa niema ni bi ata unye bi nto
in fact na ya to niema gu container mu a me se meji supply si yi container meji bi begu container mu eye bro no wawu na mani pe bia ma yibia ma omato obi a okra na asabio ni sika me de ma no oton wie ansa na odiska na ba a short to se bi kra ni o se me ni bi kra o ni nyina ahye de meji ye nyina ahye
ate de o de ma ye na ahye ana ono nso ne de ahye nti se ne so ono anya bi amayen a yesu ye nya bi ntom ye ni bi kra de ye nya ye no ni nyina ahye
me try dress ewa haya eniama na ahye ne de ahayen a short e bi ni ho ye ni bibia ye sack ye hangers ye de hangir bibia hye rest for no mo ba ha de omunya bi nto this e bi omo outside omo be fa kokoton ne de e ho de omo benya bi ba ya ha se de oba onya de omo benya bi na short kra
midi ne akosia ejapoma enchi Adom News
Mayento akase no so na lecturer ye ono wo University of Ghana Political Science Department and ebo mampani John Dramani Mahama na baso no ho ba ye na wotwe entemu ne niema hodo a wo ye na ye na ni so nti no o kari no na wasusu no a o ha mu nchemu bedu de wotwe num die o de bema no
mfa wo bai wo beta nechi na wo wie ne pe wo inaugurate no ade chi pe ne hu de mo friend de wa hye na edwuma ase edwuma ase ne de on that major statement o kan ma Ghana for wa komato wo ye me de omanfo bi mu a we twem na abanfo fra we twem anamo bi wa anka de otu na o de faye enyinam kanje ho oba mankanya na ye bokodo obakoda atno na ye za ye edwuma na de ma na montu no wentu enso omampanyin obo anoba na do ka omanfo akomato woyem de wonya aboter na he would keep Ghana switched on de onya zo bebado de wo friend de anamon papa anko de wona we twem ko wotu amama de mo ohaw na or threaten de ko ba ha ye no oremba na ho ntu no ono obutu anamon fofora o make sure de o friend de ye enyinam kanya no obeye edwuma na ne enyimanyim ho na emede ntentem okato committee bi de wonhwe na wonsa on wonka de masem na ademade no oya mefeye de chedem. You see, governance is a continuum and governance is not about playing game. O friend de MPP for we twemokwe what to Abama or they kimpe na was started there was a war blames in Arema John Mahama and now John Mahama no ye Echna don John Mahama no ye Adicha NDC fu no ye even what to Abama or what's na power mu 8 years mpo 8 years na ye but to Abano part of their campaign they were blaming the NDC na che the wara obana memua nsase ma ebe 1 week on the scale of 1 to 10 mo hwe na ahozin ni zeal na ni energy odea ama na 8.5 over 10 why aje nipa beye bi oye onye dembre yere kase oya ade bi su no onya sa ate dem aka de appointment no oreba no ni nyinara mbaye nti no afutu na mezere man de moreba no ya onfa enyimfoforo so nyeden onfa nka ho na
mpo amano anso hwa ene efa no ye cathedral mampani dada John ye Nana Addo Akufo Addo so besi a wansi anwie no de owura Gyampo de to mampani John Dramani Mahama ni mu ene se ne benefit bi a wo na homegie mu obenya no onfa saa sika no enkosiesie
National Cathedral nso say o ma yendwenwen ho ebia na ode yetrada ode okwohwe sika foforo sika onya aban ne sika anaso de ode bia wo yifi bia wo no zeko bebi on ma futu ameze man ne obiri kra ne nyame na obi nyina ho Akufo Addo orisha ne nyame bode oboa no obeye omampanyin na obesi chapel dan amane no president Mahama no nyi ho enti on president Mahama wan hye Akufo Addo wan hye nyame bo na oboa no obeye president bioma obesi chapel dan amane no no hye dem bo no na president Mahama no so onye Mr Akufo Addo ne ba to the Bible asolo David kade obesi chapel dan amane nyame ama wensa o mama ne ba Solomon si na president Mahama onye Akufo Addo ne ba inti me pede me kade waka National Cathedral asem no so pede o kembia nas mkan de woma itu na expensive itu no we tu no woma yensu no yaka fe basic kan ye de su no Mr Akufo Addo na end of service benefits na entitlement won febi won fensu tu no National Cathedral is not of priority to the people of Ghana. Ghana forward to Abawo Yetia Akufo Addo. Abato no onye ba omian what to no. It was a referendum on the failed governance of Akufo Addo. What ye dem referendum no. They had the wastage and the thievery and the corruption involved with National Cathedral. They had it in mind. No, why dream into what to the mabano what it's here Akufo Addo no. Inti no pede menyin dado de omampen Mahama mpo bobodo o ka wan asema na asema o kan de ituna Akufo Addo wetu $50 million no tuna wetu no oma yensu no
sa wamra shebe de fiemu ne wono mo dwen se Dr. Dominic anyini ya pawo no sa ban lawyer pani no wontumi ni emunchire munti a wokasa no kase no edeba
about arbitration claims in excess of over $500 million United States dollars. Can Ghanaians go to sleep believing that their money will be safe and that it will not be stolen through payment of dubious judgment debts, as we saw in the case of Volume?
And some for public tribunals so no wonum ekasafa ho e won sem trofo nhyiamu no ase.
Mr. Attorney General Designate, why the public tribunal? What is our High Court not doing right, necessitating the creation of the public tribunal? In the last 8 years, through the District Assembly Common Fund, 110 new courts have been created. If it is about more courts, like the MP, the NDC should pay more. There is therefore no need for the public tribunal.
Yet was so na Canadian Director General of National Lottery Authority, Samuel Uku, and then wode to Mahama administration no any mefano gaming ana se gaming activities e koso won sika samo no na me mu na boa o man impuntu ye pa nti won wabai on hweso ye
nsem ni bi won ma yewura eyi ano yewura to force na yi ana ha kaka medical mu bi atwam o ka so no kwado benya yemba ne lottery ne betting ne gaming ne ade then oba ye ozina enye saa na okan na obi na ebisa ne nsem chese de nwan ya na ja ono so kan ne dia no de sorry call na o ka se na this year 50 million cedis per na benya from that tax enye no kware it's as the last thing but so back of when you be 15 to multiply by 1 year you are likely to get more the hobby also so advise my young taxes are what you tell me then I'll be na what revenue so what me show up we am common in somewhere yen don kuma ko yen ye bitimi abusa ban isan so yen dit na ko busa wa ban it say wa twa otekrema na se wo se ware na
enochi no samia wukusani to just say eba na se wonu mu eyi betting tax ena fe tax agodo bi efiri wonu dia so wofo aban super nanso no wonhwe se obefa akoniesa hodo so e dia pesika wonu mu yi sa tax agodo yi efiri wa ebetumi aboa ma wonu mu etumi ayemponto djuma
me get this taxes not that lottery and betting so no have been consistent and man Akufo Addo president Akufo Addo abai was and I'll be consistent on that Mahama so say taxes will be counterproductive because in India ebeboa or man voluntary tax lottery and betting taxes nyesa wo be push nipa no akotia ono abekwa akotia nti na emom no my suggestion I made by now when the report is being laid on the floor of Parliament, and I'll make that point. Say instead, now sit down with the stakeholders. Now, you target also the support to a buying, not passing it on to the player.
This year, yeah, one more from playing South. Eddie, I said to a buying or any one more brat, your philosopher. A buying on her say MMDCs, the BA, yade ebe maybe. Penny won for any talk. He said, "One so born home modern pa."
Any penny form here, Omokebi Dimu, MIE the DC, no, Omoviasa Theophilus Avodi, Omodern Baba, some of the Neba, a Diasumji, Biakoye, Croye, at the Baba, a Patema man can't call at me, Akoi, honest why a grassroots man, or here baby, our Fina Bravo, Asia, which means a from Brizanum, dear, only Bibia or a Hanum.
Avo, Onuneya. Wata boni humore pa wo party no mo eno onu so na ye hwe de mana mpuntu ni bibia bekwaye e wa Afran praise ha enti e ka menku ade a ye mfama avo
e ka ne se eye DC ni de se o ma mfa ma honorable Theophilus avo a ene ntasukokwa ebeto akire party no wa Afran Plain South hanum say no on beti enka ye pa because previously positions na kodi baby ahodo bebre echi zones uhwe NDC ahonde ne pa so echi zone hanum say echi zone na aboama anka 2016 kura konwa free ensem enye echi zone pa de a anka konwa ne free ensem wa hanum say and this time around so omu nim no omu de e ka no omu antie amfa tumidie no ama honorable Theophilus avo ewo Afran Plain South hanum say pa dia na yeso yanya DC ni bia obe free echi zone mu hanum a ntasu kokko pa na ebeto de akere wom
enye no so na Adom TV Badwam kase no ahana no pe ye DC aseda ya odia emre no ene wadaje fa ofide no nkoso na hasa wo kode awade mfa nkomra na hwayen wo YouTube Adom TV tube yakwa ba na de obonkrata ne online de no e de atoaso Emo kwa babiem yada wase omre no wadaje na yada okese no wase fise ni nti ene ye wonkwa e wa hodin ti se ne akwa no nipadua ni nyina ye adwuma enye utumi nyi wa hodin nye unyansa ene din bi a wanya ana wa ho fe e okese no a ti fama no se be obekoso a ahwoso yada se papa stations ne do so de wire ne se de bia Adom TV. Eda wase pa. Mene Bismarck akwasinsia. Boatia ne nida kwan se brebi beso. O kwa kujina Asante Mompo. Se wo mra se bideni. Ti mo hwe ni ye. Amu ache mu akwa be.
Me Josephia.
E bia boko.
Boko nanso e.
O nyame adom.
Eda nyame ase.
Nyame adom bibia ye fine.
Ye se ko.
O kakra.
Na ya wada.
Na ya wada.
Na 16th of January 2025. 15 days away to February.
adoma
2025 tika krakra kwa na ye kwa ne sa entina to so ba bia o share du bia bo ho so ne ko ne sa ba ho so ne ko ne sa
iro
yeah
iro ho pa because abrabo na anya betesa tie no de ede ya wo behua bi ba iro ho so bi atumi aya ho so betumi aye ye wo hia ye nyame bambo se ne bambo no ye kese wo so ade aka ne ye wo
yeah
awonsa ne nya adwuma wo nan no sori ne ko te fa kuna ma instructions wo mo de sori ka ho nyame hwie nyina ye so
ma me fa nchama Shatamichi I think that's on any Shatwale yeah
asa minim de wo pa kire
okay Shatamichi na make yeah
no da so de Shatamichi
oh yeah Shatamichi na nem say what that's so yes no ba me ho ba me ko store
ayo
na oba say wo sa tonam ka
ayo
bra ko sa tonam ka sin
and the very can yeah crash day by plan wanya sa nkra no so say you chafa pem papa de ma wo mo ti na wo so sa ye ko so no alongside nti mete so wo ka se mani kum papa wa mra wuni wani kum so beba sa na tie ebre bi be du nyame ya na adom na ne ntoto ye bibia ye ya be 60 65 wa kan na ato na konya so wo frɛ na ne men so aye yie no mo hwɛ sa na brabo ne tie
ukona kuwa me ka se wa mo bro
yes wa mo hwɛ da bi ene woda so te ho no nya easy ti yiro ho wani mre obi ade wo so ye obi ne yie ne ketua no ye ne yie ebe ye yie se be ya wo mpani fie mo ba gye wa home ne mom enkoye se wo mpani fie mo no afi na wo se ye adwuma me home papa no mo mpani fo mo twi tasia ana e ma homete na me de mani ko efie ko hwe me da owo nam si ye hwe da su no o twi kai ebre wom ka atwie no se no ayamrantia ne dia buga nkra attitude wanye careful bi otwu afa so sisia na bia 65 68 no da su twi na mu odin nti awofo nom ye bibia da che na fo ni bebre nkoto nkra na so omo de to fopem no ma wo mo se da che omo modin bone
no mo sa meye to so fama
wo
kakra
wona woje wa home no
ko home jim na woje snake for de kakra no e bi 1000 5000 tim no na mane sa do mane sa
beto so
ene ban sa de be yasem
ti mesraw wo according to your size yes wo according to size
mo na nyame ne hwe nipa
mo ya wa wo mango pebe mo odi akire ba wo betin mo mi anya careful na nyame no nim de nti a wo mema nko a nim de nti a wo ema nko a na ode ma nti yen hwe yie because I said the pressure beto fie mema ni titi wo mo ntumi kura ya no ode ahomete wade wo ntumi ye no wakeka ni nyina abom be wie ko akọ check ni BP na wo so na so mo mi amu abo ayen ho ma ne bi pesaminkum nya na no nya pesaminkum like okame de ono nko an ho
pesaminkum nya for no
I say wo bia betimi de support be ma no for support no
say edentim say ese oba de unya japade afa bra fie oboka na de amakura na sa de no atwem yes sa de atwem
nya moye ho
say wa mwa na ensi a mo nyina mbetwe afa mobo kakra na bema nso a ma aboa mu na se moye mu boniafo no no be ya bra nyame ya dum na do level bi afa na ba be kire se o kra school no kra wunya first degree kwa se me professor
can you imagine
that be mama ni enso se na be ya onu ne ho da akyebe yes
yeah wo de ne free ase ni nwie ne wo nkokra brem na aye fine
na aye de na mo story o
issue
o na mo tira se betimi adi nkomo yeah kono betimi aka mrebi ya na sa time kwa live be create mbebi ya be tete Ghana na no mutimi da dodge ya wana mo story wa manye boni aye enye pesaminkum nya ye mboabo na afefie be sere emma enkwada na nsu a nyame no motsi ya mo ne papa no nya issue ntimbo se motwemani ahwe no enye amen ne bi mutenkra fia omo kan maame hai papa
no kwaji aware sa story we no kwasi say wo gina ha kana tra sa ya na dem because me an mete wo ene ya na me tie story bi be ma wo ba na asa say na asa aware ne e batete na asa your ba no kwa responsibility what ho and wo fi no wa mo ba no kwa na bre no bre enye enti we say kwasi abegina ha wa kana sa say wo te ho na wo hwe papa obi wo an story no emo ya odwene wa but then because Baba Obana bra hwenkora no na ye na fe that one few no be abeka papa nya papa no o ma me nya o ma me ano no ebi mu de no say but ja
yem fanche
depends on your story mo but ja be ne day say nya me hira wo nko ade a mani bi ono ani tibua no ebe bu no fo what into wo de anya hwe eden because o kai pa some ko so de pamomo
na nyes papa no ni bi
owo bi enso so mo nwe gari shokin sin ene na
tibi kura shaka ze o papa gen na ekon
can you imagine na so na atwa ya pamu ofisi na oba yi na ekọ basa afu be wie nkura na ye yie ne ye oba no kura ye hu no wawu ode adwendwen ne pressure na okọ esira mo bia moa tichu ne mema no mo wu nkura no nko de your responsibility so obehwe nkura no de mo hwe wo mo bi so wo mo na benyini aba behwe wo to mo hwe nkura no so de etie bia na me ya na me ya so de oba hu abufuo kọ oba so
David
nene na wo nye bema wo ba de ye oba ye wo moja to mo de hwe wo
me mfesi kensi wo so mfa
na because wo be di bi na ye de ahwo ye
wo de besi wo aso
papa ye wo de sankomo ye kasi ye dia ye
fa daily graphic or the COP Nathan Kofi Boache Infoni Abba says the director of operations the presidency see you say new security bosses named the Timampeni Apau and Penfo Shebambo and so for crime. Elect MMDCs on partisan lines. Expect advocate. If you are same way there. Or the Dr. Imanakwete Foni Abba, Executive Director of the Institute of Democratic Governance, IDEC. Dr. Mahama Adua Jachi Jandro, and Symphony Ewaha. And a Professor Joseph Achu Ayi. On Symphony Ewaha. So that's my fear. It's a new home being. It's a new being because we Yaman yourself ni know that level. Go to a maya. If you cross say, and now end this swap away. There was some constituencies be a MPP MPs no one. They will have challenge because MC ni free say oh nya de ma MP from the points. So you will maya man penalty me catch I for say mo anto aba ma me MP nti impuntu ma ho. So assume say this is no na direct implementers of development every real district it ye net ya adwuma wo so yi ye koto aba na NPP ni ewini as MC na mampani an so be that partisan na ye kona
mo ba akokra
timi to be as emwa ye ya manyosem no enyini no that level
banke ne Samson kenya
ba enke ye ba de fia ye two partisan o ye NPP ni o ye NDC ni to the extent class will be MPP ni ko ware NDC ni it's a challenge
problem.
Yes you know sa level nti benfo mumpie ko hye ba bia ebema ahokyere ne ahonyehi a abaye so ye nte sa ade na se the federal system no omo okay because sometimes could be up with me ahwe your environment no anya ska ka de developing ye de ni no sa ye no sa level no ye two partisan for say you better about the MC. Well, Nyabotua ko nyama mpani bi wana say, what about the MP, NPP, MC de no mo hwe mo ho. Na man for no kwa ko hunu aman. Ebeba. We a daily graphic and Yafa Ghanaian Times. President named security couples Prosper Bani Chaskipo Kofi Boache Razak occupy top post. Eti nedi ka boss so daily graphic na no sade aba. Exercise restraint. President appeals to trouble sport. Eti mapani say miami audu or how do e wono munyabote se be asumdwe ebetimi aba. Court restrains woman from traveling out of the country with daughter. Inti aware on sense ma yengu enwema person de ne baba ne ba etukwan. Course de benyabote mi ensesi aware na sem enwe. Se egu na se nyina gitum se wo fa oba ne kwa na wetimi ede no etukwan. Ghanaian Times enonom. Daybreak. Produce the child. Court order CID immigration at the Sokenti. As man ya kano Ghanaian Times Robani Funi Abba. Karim Baba Sam. And then Funi one says you find the Baba Imba. You mean cansem no enyi. Yeah, ready. How are you?
And Baba when you face the neighbor.
Me nyam no age ni dia. Gideon Wako clears air on ye levy betting tax. Enti Gideon Wako small kind fa 11 bet it. I was saying Kofu Jina no see money. Waba aba be chirichirim. Okay. Obi Messiah. Daybreak. The business analyst. Ghana places 13th in Africa with lowest fuel price. Eish. They no fuel price and so gold, cocoa prices to increase in 2025. But Brent crude oil tumbles. And the report about say afi cocoa any good ebo ebekosro pa nti ebi akuafo hwe se sene NDC ekan ye se betimi amako 6000 se bi betimi akwakodu won mu a Minority Caucus calls for boycott of oral team invitations. Ejidom kuma mrashe je fem so aka cho titafo se so kuje to abla kwade mpamfo to nsa fro se bra oral fo ne mamenko omuni tumi bia omse NDC fo na to muku ko mo se time Mahama tese ko no nyema mpani no a president elect ni ensu en in enti NDC for na that not as a leader of NDC ti NDC for na to buku omo friend NDC for the business analyst. The Daily Satellite, Mahama kills anti-LGBT bill, says teaching proper values in schools better than passing a law. It is man pen Mahama so na ka say ehun nya say be pass mre bia de tia gay ni lesbianism. Yen church the man says ad na nye papa. No ntwe ho emfa emfiri ho. Oh, that's what the why that. 2024 general elections. Mahama to make nominations to Security Ministries Agency this week. 2024 general elections. Stop blaming others. We caused our own defeat. Sir John to NPP. So Sir John. And yes, Sir John.
Nani ene
say. Fraba.
Oh, no so NPP.
On so NPP. On so Sir
John. No, Sir John Bay. Hu na ba kan Sir John Bay to abe hu e de. E bia Sir John ba.
Just say omunya mpreto so no. No mu nyina ne kambo mu ma NPP we poto.
Na yi kura badwam.com a ora Justin Kodia secretary wa open up a church.
So mu nyina
obi a
obi fe na ko prepare to be. Obi nyina wo nya position wo nya position obi a kan obi na party no every say 10. Daily said in fact the New Republic anyway. Chaos at NIB over new DJ. Ejesu kopiem e National Investigation Bureau. Eja dem.
Ebe dem sa bia de yes semu asa.
Na oye dania nipa ba akodi ne bebo. Sa. Say eja dem say eja dem.
I was in hifa. Na sa no yaboni din dada. Yaboni pani din.
For bi ntiase. Na oba ye nche ye mpanifo wo ho oba da ben. Ya adwoma ma be fa na be si so. Ya ne nya adwuma.
Ebe na wo hu no ba.
Na nya de ketu afia.
But ya boni din.
Ya na papa na so mfa ho kra wa twi na nie.
Na ya boni din awie.
Na no on convert you.
Nti no. Eni oba kwanya but
oba kwanya oba man ko man.
Emre no so aso. Tu badwam.com and nsem afoforo bi so wa ha. E serious o. E serious but we no so 22-year-old ex-convict. 22 years no ye ex-convict. It will be nim. Ya sad now to 15 years. Oko for robbing. Na wasa bon training school ni bo bon training he wo 22 ni wo da be na ye ex convict no 22 wo ba wi ase adwuma be ni ex convict kofo je ayi former president ne former ayi your friend say minister no wo ex convict 22 yes had wo come 15 years into the kan where say o ma si cho wo ye nche keka bom e say
oh say we 15 emphasis we call 30
into over no 37
yeah
Abrabona no
obeko 13 years say 15 years at the man no say 1 year be a prisoner 1 year be a 8 months
anya no we dey o kono pepepe ya hwe man say on kon sama me din se buhunu wakwa ba wasa ye we ene say
so the omuntu so ne dia so
mran man no fofo hwe man obi wo ha na criminal na eni kwaza sa pepepe what 50 15 no ana na motesa branketwa pesi mre no aso tiemfesi ya da se pa wo mre no wadaje nemom ye kwe ya gudie mo nsam na to aso Eric akwasi body ba na for health tips no me sure say week mu ahu fruit awudi ai didi bia na mu awo ebi so adi bia fine million so dibi so muni di ni ye muni ye kwasi na so oden but we da wa chene anti Jane jollof ndo obedi na no pa ana ukọ ayi holiday in he na ya ukọ emre so nti ye kwa ho sa pepe ba mambo atma na afi nkomo ba ku mienu bi asemidi kan beba na fe pense mu ato so wadaro ma koso ma fidie ne na ha wo hwe ye wo YouTube Adom TV tuber ye beda se papa beda se.
Right, fantastic morning. Abusia ya mwakwa ba piem bejama go kansie mre na so. Say the tower do anano pay. Some na toss. There's a fata salt na ya boabo no de back. It we say anya do bia kra. Franco Trading Enterprise yes ya konkon dey some no buy. Nay first na say phone papa fees. They say ya fi phone de koye nimo. Apart from phone, ubenya TV or Franco, ubenya fridge or Franco, ubenya blender or Franco, ubenya CCTV camera or Franco, ubodi yeah, I think Franco Trading Enterprise. Ningina say ubenya bi oburu awa bibia pebiano. No odi a few happy air conditioning crowd air bop papa chance or fridge mo Franco air conditioners or the Badwam and show na make up for the monano pay. You are quite easy a concourse there near Jeho Bamba. And yo Fananka Saka Kejuana Homami na yentinsi emu and Shasiam Fanfi the English Premiership and Arsenal to me at Piano Home Aquastroka cut down the gap to 4 points away from Liverpool. Almost a Liverpool are standing game there, but as it stands now 4 points between Arsenal and Liverpool. And for another game running, Newcastle United are saying Abodia Gumana for another game running, Isaac to me I should go and by a record of power and yasam keto akra and of course that game a basso na Everton tena fiba Aston Villa be born a kabakwa went to me antin yanko the English Premiership. I mean some of the highlights between the actual Shane Somami says Isaac and someone of the ultimate say he's the man of the moment and I'm going to so boy my Newcastle and they want to me afro at Chelsea on the league table on top. Liverpool 47 points, Arsenal second with 43, Northern Forest third 41, Newcastle fourth with 38 points and Chelsea fifth was 37 points. We need to see TNA Shedimo say results no be see and after poker fixtures are kind of because the Ipswich Town, Brighton over beyond Manchester United and Southampton one more Anna at the Ebebwani in the English Premiership. Now, yeah, kind of sad on the Yanshe Serie and Bundesliga games Beko Badenra. It was beautiful. Bayern Munich about Hoffenheim 5-0 Union Berlin at Tifia Luzia Stuttgart about Leipzig na Werder Bremen about Heidenheim and about 3-3 Yanko Bundesliga anymore. So the German Bundesliga interesting Bayern Munich as usual. Wa just so about so anya some keto akra to be na especially in the Champions League yan shedan homu yi papa but here they are. Manchester was 42 points now more the Leverkusen second. It was 38 points defending champions and on Eintracht Frankfurt also me and 33 points winning their cost in the German Bundesliga. The channel so sa efa emama ye kan sa no yenhwe sane other results course no and so isi ekokoye now in the Italian Serie A Inter Milan Italy so bobo pa Inter Milan and just as we thought what team had 3 points thing at it me and Bologna about 3-3 shocker but the I no 1 point no to make from that particular game. Yanko Italy correctly also the city. I know Sunny and some no TNT Oko Italy is here. Very interesting. AC Milan before the Inter Milan game, a winning game. Now yes, but Inter Milan beat me. I responded beautifully, but when to me I responded at me aqua draw. Now Yanshe Sunny Italian Serie A table no see here after Inter Milan a chain draw no on top. Napoli Antonio Conte go so boy ma papa some get to Accra and on top here 47 points for Napoli. Second Inter Milan our 44 points but our outstanding game so and Atalanta tossed me and 43 points. We in Italy is here now straight to the Spanish Copa del Rey and the likes of Lamine Yamal and Kwalan no juma party Mabasa for Bogumo our Spanish Copa del Rey man interest mo Bogumo ma Betis by 5-1. Now let's go away winning 4-0 over Elche and Almeria Leganes Cobono 3-2. Barcelona do Bogumunum. Now, apart from that particular game, I'm for any woman and they share the biggest game in the Copa del Rey and right now, Basadiano, let's go so important about the Real Madrid Sujinakono against Celta de Vigo and Tiabe Senan Sobesiako. And after that defeat against Barcelona, Real Madrid bears over bounce back against Celta de Vigo. So a very interesting game, Panty. Tiabe Sani Besiako. Franco Trading Enterprise, this year, Concordia in some of Brown and Pay War Badwam. So Franco Trading Enterprise. wasem wasa brofo ntade Franco Wadansi de ka say de be pon next week ti shade so sa efa emma me ne ade ara ya kan sa yenko other stories mo ne yenko wesa ne wonsam enso esie na talk of Otuado say what twaso say one twaso na quest something which is there wo kwa na so what na your next game in the World Cup qualifier in March. Now, Papa, the Kaka Kondi as and Penny for your margin some more permanent idea, but Obia a channel dream or home experience, nay, or more dear good in a chini idea, or Copimu the Ghana Football Association, and kind Papa no executive council. Now, no, ye say a mayor president of the association, one naked Muna and a copria, one on insensibility, unifima, one to me, and prebi ama, Antone so abba. Well, I refer to Sekwa Kupama once I'm making. No, can say no, none of whom Faraka Christ in what ton items is looking fresh and younger. Or not Black Stars in 7 more about Otuado.
The level at which I would damage my image and my reputation, and how would my rectify this situation? I've been badly hit and damaged. Until I am not so big on Casa there, national team, Uncle now Blasters, players in why then and income. I know your mama. You cannot do this and you fool Yakopan, a Renisha and a Renadumas, Mama. You couldn't get it.
Benny the F, you Mompire Pama.
Oh, yeah, the name again. But Mutumakachi are there. There's a Blasters, Aku baby. I'm lying to you. I will not do it. Panakasa Dines bottom sika as I moves, chemical moves for the blasters. Yeah, mass sacrifice Mazima Brabomada to serve the blasters.
A Semper FM.
And I'm treated in this manner. No. And you know, I'm paying the age man.
We first say kwa kupaba na echemu say niema bi o ha efi na ye no enso ka ho jade na say enye physical but spiritual wo bom pai kra enko then somebody to draw the ultimate sports show so I don't know now ye kan say no ye kopi mu na ye nhwe gu so kan Black Stars won semo no former president of the association ura Kwasinya Ntachi na de ensam eto adwa say kwambia so no wo hwe say kan niema betima sama Black Stars o te kira kan Black Stars hye kwa enka be boade ba kwa Black Stars hinya ne a psychologist. And yet, team say players no coach needs to hear psychologist. Pa.
Now, remember that apart from players, technically no crying psychologist. Almost a psychologist. My betrothed.
A Semper
and then I ended the year a ball, my partner, so by Michelle TV. So, yeah, take Kano, and I said, oh, your player said go, and I coach in the TV partner. So, then you and of course, some player no more. Me who said there is a psychological problem there. Now pressure be one the so easy. I just said, go no any pressure if you know so. Who time or TC park and so. So it's a problem now. A man who receive park and so. That's a psychological problem. I said psychologists now or better way to players or better way to coaching management no yeah so. Because work happen a day anymore. Ghana for a year or America. There more World Cup for America for a long time. But the last time were 1994 Ghana and Kobe. Now World Cups are here for Brazil, Germany, and like Qatar. And here Ghana for to say America and Canada. Now bread and butter World Cup for a new ball in a year.
Right, former president of the Ghana Football Association, Ura Kwasinya Ntachi somebody to Ghana now. Yen consent for from na yen fa alerts moto mo by bini hwese won some see at Ghana 100 meters record holder Benjamin Azamati na wakoya doye shonko e dia ma na no and rehosameto Ghana mine kopibo kantamanto a adwedi for ho jato ho a bibre na lose niema bibre ma for crash re omonkwa e wo saa de see anymore Azamati akoche niema kakra wo kantamanto.
On behalf of Benjamin Zamati, we present this cash donation to the victims of the affected fire that ravaged the Kantamato community. So, on behalf of him, we do this donation to him. You know, Zamati is domiciled outside the country because of his training and stuff like that, but he's always in the media looking out for, whatever is happening in Ghana. And he reached out to me yesterday about the recent fire outbreak in Kantamato, and it was one of his wishes to, share his benevolence to the victims that were affected in this ravaging outbreak. So he sent a cash donation to the victims that were affected, and then his condolences and then his support, also solidarity with them too. It's very devastating. I mean, if you look at where we came from, I mean, all the structures were bent. I mean, you can't even pick anything out. So it's like they have to start from somewhere. They have to build from somewhere. And you talk of people's livelihood and then their hard-earned money and then all their investments. So it's
right. Let's hear no any had a pack back where Cosso or Hodamo, your Bob Benjamin as a Matiabaso, or Badwam ye papa. Now, Franco Trading Enterprise, yes, you can call up and someone buy no matter the phone, yeah, they are fine. But they are yet, they are Franco. Bobo brandy bio Franco Trading Enterprise. So borrow a quadro phone smart TVs, 52 inches, could see 100 inches, when be Franco Trading Enterprise. Air conditions also 1.5 horsepower, could see 2.5 horsepower when you be Franco Trading Enterprise. Fridge BRB or Franco Trading Enterprise. Washing machine BRB microwave or blenders near the ring be Franco Trading Enterprise. CCTV cameras when you be Franco Trading Enterprise. Your number no? JJJ. 0246 422338 0246 422338 and a fee 0555 939311 0555 939311 Fabako Kanwe 0302 225651 Abade na dama Franco de na bedroom here say me boy pass and say any man for san credit so 40% amount. So Play Store, App Store, with me download the app no, and of course francotrading.com your website with me do ho agimuna woni omadi eye ensa wo so no wasamara na abusa ekwa e wase de nkura bobo anu a anyway ensem na trust de se fata sauti enya na boabo no na ye de ebrewo Bernard Padibotwa me producer ya na wakai de nankasa kakejwa ne ho Erica Siedu bodi ni mpacho ye de apomode ho nsem beto aso ewi ade aka so to aso bebre na bedwam so de koso ahwen
Mwakaba medase edo Badum TV bedwam eso health tips ehun kommo na watchi esua de misro we mu say yes I see akire esa ko TB e fa doctor number no e bibi kire wadwe ne conditions bi afre no o de aduane e be sawo yare Dr. Benjamin Niakon mediase de ma endpoint homeopathic clinic na da Roma and adwumedie nso yetime de bro dwada de ko si fiada se menum bia na ewie na onya ho na akọ ba bia okro ti kone ne endpoint nso nya dwuma o apomuden kwan so freno 0244867068 0244867068 dog na so me mo ache mo akwaba
Joseph
ya se na wotwi wo mre no wadaje a wodi amaye etwa tuoni abemo akwaba mfamra Adom TV bedroom health tips eso na wotwi mu nyina no ye kasa de afa fruit eho edi nkomo joada benada ukua de ne ye ba be kasa fa pe ana paya ana avocado eho ye be hwem emfasode ewo mu nti wo se wo hia bia woto na wodi media se de ma endpoint homeopathic clinic na da Roma friend 0244867068 awe bia ofre no bejo so me Dr. Benjamin Niakon e de din koboy doganens me mo akwaba me da se na umre no wadaje avocado
pe your bope dia no mani age
me amitimi hu
yeah because aduane a extraordinary
so no ho na papa
say ba fiafi nti ba no bo say obi dibi na boa paya duro kese pa chese efi ne na habai ne dua aba no a ehyem na yi to twene no ene na dua ne nyina ye duro akumayare ekum ni papa in fact ye mfe mu kire say yare ekum ni pa kese pa Ghana ye akumayare yare osem Ghana so wo pepe ya akuma no hodwuma oh akumani shape no se net no sa pepe na pear shape eti etitu na ba no ehemu no na enema wo pe mu no enyina ye excellent for the heart eni nipadua ni nyina paya ekita potassium kese pa the potassium no such fruit bi wo wiase ena ya potassium no susu hiama akuma no bebrebe nti hu se Nyankopon wanye mistake so ye pe oya pe se yendi na mu akoma no ho ban but we don't ade ba ko esa wo pe ho a ehu na nwanwa na se pe eyi ade bia ade akomaya de na sususo ekum ni pantentema ye cholesterol no pe yi free ho
sa se pe no cholesterol mu udin dodo
se obenya cholesterol enya no kre
okay
cholesterol any plant food mu
okay
animal source nko enam milk kusua nko na cholesterol ewumu animal ibie no cholesterol ewumu na se na meka no cholesterol ye ade a haye bebre obi benya heart attack cholesterol bedentini ade moje ekọ na akoma no ho no na bemnya heart attack obi benya stroke a cholesterol ebedentini a ewo adwene no mu no na de stroke beba emema omu aye mere bebre ade bia omu amafo tonu cholesterol ededa bema obema no ho na ma untumi emperform ebo house me na yemi titriti ansa na ona be utitriti no na entinu a ade moje ko na ho no emu ahya asese esi onsa baby body bia moje ntumi nko yie bia problem ba ho se moje nko kidneys no hu ya moja problem ba ho ko liver mu problem bia moja nko numpenum yia numpenum real inti hu se pe ebie entinimu na etse cholesterol so no na chese eyeduane kese pa ese pomodin se bedi papa etimi aboa se meka no wani be obviously a moja nko wani so yie emfa nutrients na emfa oxygen enkwa ena obenya problem so nti aduane pietimi bie ntinimu ema moja no koba bia kama no eye superb eye extraordinary time because pe kita sade no ena sade wo ba sade wo pe no mu no eye sade a nipaduane hia pa nipaduane hia eyusu no kama nti as I said ye bomodin say bedi pe na etumi aboa obi obeka cho say cholesterol pe mu nti me nipa bia no enye no creda research is bebre na koso ho
that's a pine phone see here ne Dr. Benjamin Nuako clinical nutritionist na yete no enka no ochuna nyankopon ya dom ne wo nkwa wa homodin a ye be so me da endpoint homeopathic clinic ase the number was screen so frɛ no de hawadwi bia na on show edase say yamo akwa baby Adom TV Badwam dwumade no so da Dr. Benjamin Nuako ase wiki mo boa yempa mfasode ya ewo fruit emu ti ochina yakopon ya adom a wada wo masaka ye ho na yemfendu aseda no ye wodi a wo afi na wodi afidie no ato ha na ha ya Adom TV Badwam ehase ahomache no num abapa hosimaduasa ye di dwuma no a eni ababedu sabre ya Give Us Herbal Center abadandwe mu a enu ahodo a won mo no ene won mo ba be kasa ede afa ho tinyi free ha aka cho se woti bibia ya pomudin bia ya me tune off enka se bi obi tuatua waso bia na enye wo a nanso betimi atie ama obi ene sa ebebo ye nyina betimi abo ye ho ban afi nyarewa ene ne ma ahodo bi ehun to wo ahena age ne dwa ne chene die kuma se na papa bi Mr. Hart bi owie na ne be ball kesi eche nkwa ya mi so wo ahene pese odi na de me mo akwa be
me sister
bia boko
boko nso enye boko de
adai
me na nkwa so a me be ya na ya frame krom se me na na ba akwa waka no nyame ato nsa frɛ nti asene abusua a wokumase amakom ene nsuta bonkru nyina me obi ahya ne anɔpɛ na nya gro me call na chi no dede ekoso ofie ho no anɔpɛ ne akokora tia ba akwa waka ofie ho nti bro nya me call na otumi fu bebre ne me bonkomo bebre na ofrɛ me memra me call me nim sɛ na sɛ ye din kra
na sɛ no ano nti nka wa nkɔ de ara nka wa ante ne wa hu
no nka ensema o ka kyem no zo nko ntimi anka
sa rather than fun currency ni fi odi ye de ba me sure so woni ko nanim kakra
o twemu aduoson but I say ono pe na aka na ofie ho ye na 90 no na
enya hwe nyame nanim ne oye nti mon shedin na mon kafra adaroma ye mfre no so ne emra enuro givers mo wo adwama so ne ye mo peduo mo
Yo, enti sister Fia, memo obia akwaba. Eni ache emra Adom TV so na ye kwa ye be nyina no se nipadua na hoden ni mu a adwuma bi ho a wo se wo ye untimenye eno nti na akọ Germany man mu a wo mo ehwe experience na akokra no se ne hoden no wo experience a ye be for no agya wo aba mu a no a waba no a wo mpadwuma no enti ene ye wo se wo system no ahoden ba mu obi a bi adwuma ndi amanfo gusu bi o enzo nkofo atwa applications atwa nkene be kaze ke ba himene manfo nya adwuma no ebenye enti mesre wa eya na wabusu immune system no no nya hoden mapa wonya hoden mapa obetimi nya adwuma bi apese oye no aye dwuma bi a wankasa nko apo na oye wa adwuma enso na okọ adwuma so awia ba okakra na akodi aduane bi a obafia na waye boho wonse wo masokra ma na waye bibie wo ho yade aba betena so at once aye ho hwe enye ye enti eba ne sa wohia immune booster de beboa ma sojafo nkwamo na woni padua mu a ema emoja ne ye adwuma enti no ye adwuma na wonya ahoden mapa adidi udwuma no wo se ope se aduro no bi enemo se aduro no ebi and give us about mixture we no eye immune booster eboa wo esiesi oni padua no wo a wontimi ne die ma wotimi edidi wo a da bi ase omoja aso ate no aye hoya wanim nyina aye hoya wani ase nyina aye hoya no mese wo akope give us about mixture aduro bi na tono ebeboa na esiesi wakoni ase nyina so ebema waye obamu obasima bememu ya wonso okọ wadwuma so a odi ahoden ene beko obi ono ma wakoda emra a woda no wonantem enso ne sode emu no otimi sode ntem ede kọ adwuma so ne nyina nyina se ne immune system na ahoden ewo mu obi a John Disache no John Dis yade no de enye kora etimi yew ema sebe wanhwe a ye bebo yade bidin ede amount enso ebi a John Dis na ache wo mekai bra ye wo school mu no na krachi bi wono John Dis na che no nti wono angasa wowa oye nipateten adeda na John Dis ibe che no uhia no a ase wo wu ani ne mfenka se de yiyie ene ni sum temu se de wo yiyi no a na chese awra hopa nti John Dis no se chirewa ebi wo etimi to wani so na aye yellow ebi won so a wo honam no bon se aye hoya atesasebe de eye powder bi na asra wo no memma sa yade no ema meteteo kope give us about Mr. Adrian Binatonum. Ebra eyi ne ho adie no a na wahase no no to aba akomienu ne me ensa so obo nse ho ato ebetu yade no asekora yade ba akonso e wo ho no mo typhoid fever enei eno no yade pa etiti nipa e wo kurum ha sanse nsu awodo aye nom no enye nsu pa obi asode oso wo sachet water no mo de aba ye nso ye sika enso to mo de eni ntino ne akoto sachet water bi okwampo amiensa ye ton miensa se wuyi tetea miensa eye 1 cedi na yenso ya hobo anso ya kwankuru ntini akoto anom na ede yade ebre yen efini muwa no ewom no se ko nipadua no emu a wo small intestines no omukọ attack no matutum kuru na adane kuru nti aduane to yemu a na eye wo ya oyo ho hwea enye yie edumre bi kura typhoid fever no se ba ebetima atena wo so ama wo kon kura no aduane no wadibi wo kon no nsuo ene wanom bi nti ba na sa wanwe bebubu aguo ebema wo so ate obeye ho ya obeye tantantan yenom give us herbal mixture yade amabobo so nyina no give us about mixture ena obenomo na abo asiesie o jaundice typhoid fever ena afi malaria fever eno so ntontom anopheles mosquitoes na deba memma awon ne wo enche mesre wo awon so a ade san awotetete montena mo ne mo ma no ya momfo mumura demo na monhwe mo ho ban se de be ya malaria no ebi meche wo mo sa woto okwa malaria ntimi nche mimi se ebi am ya adwuma broso mebra bonza ma ya no fen eba na sa give us about Mr. Adrebi ena menom wonso bi wa sa problem ni bi eto so mesre wo akọ drugstore ne pharmacy shop bia chemical shop bia ne kotobi woto wi afre 0543 222470 0543 222470 woto wi amese no afre sa number no ye be kire okwan abefa so abenom no ne ntoa dodo abetimi anom na abo asiesie wo obi wono mokwa fikyira moja nyina ntimi made ye ka no busa wo se ya na ekohene ni nyina no eka ni padua no ma na the problems ebre yen bonso oba kama na fui ayekutu eye abu ato na ade so ye se bi asabe udi dua sum ansa na watimi aye adwuma se de wankasa ape enei emema ni nya adagye ntena ho nkope dua ma mesum boode ansa na wo mo atimi atutu ase ma no ebi enya de papa kope give us about Mr. Adrebi na tonom ebe na ne omoja ni nyina sanse akutu kankan a ena ne moja no ebi wom ena afi nim tree so a boost immune system no so bibiri ewo mu ne yede aye enu akire nso no mesra wa give us GC capsules a two infection ase wa wo dwonso a dwonso ni mu apa me enu a wo dwen se obe wo ntafo no
mesrɛ enye no kore ebe haw pa wanwe ya e de wo haw kese na ba beto be ma na sɛ wo ba no mu edumre bi a ensufin bi egugugu mesrɛ wa wo yɛ ɔba wo yɛ be ma ya na sɛ nsuo no enyan pa ma entra ma entoa so ekotoa so a wanwe ya e de asɛm na ebebrɛ wo ahemfie wonom ne dumre bi a papa na so wo hene ba ho a ne yegu ni hyire a wanwe ɔkɔ a wo ma biem hyire no yegu aya na enyan pa entubo nse dumre bi a ade bi a ese kosua nketenkete a yayam no kosua aba no na nya yoku no na chiri no a eye grewgrew no bonse na ewo no mudo nsafa ebi on mo se o me de panty line na hwan na se mu na aye se ye enye no kra eye infection and this how no nyina da eba kope give us GC capsules enu nie ene ne mesha na tonom yenum nim ye no nyina ebom Food and Drugs Authority agiatum enti we no eye capsules say na tie wo bie so a no wayimienu anopamienu enumre no anom na wonom no so na de mesha no so efra mesha we no ebo asiesie ema no wo kwanuasa nyina so ema on be secondary virgin and enti say bia wo ye oba na ebia mema kire wudi a na se ebia infection enti no amasabe wase kwan no aye kese ana ebia wo de niema bia wo de niema bia hyehye ama ahoɔden a wɔdoma nkoma de ma ayɛ sɛ ntena wase wɔnom no afiri wɔnom ɛkɔde a Mr. Okope give us GC capsules any GC ɛyɛ mixture no ebinom say ɛnɛte we yɛ capsules na we yɛ mixture yɛnom nim yɛ no nyina ebom yɛtɔn drugstore ne pharmacy shop bia ebi asabe wayi wase wayi wakosu akuma so ama bombs bia ba be sisi so edumre bi ade bi timi begu ho na ayɛ te sɛ somro no ne nyina no ɛyɛ infection no ɛna ɛdeba wo dwonso na ntimi nwonso a benom saa adure ebi a wo dwonso na ayɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wo ya wo kyem no ane moja edi akire ɛyɛ infection ɛde saa wo ha nyina da ɛba wanhwe ebedumre bie no yɛde rubber beto bɛmam ɛne wo bɛmu ɛkokoto mu a wo mɛma no amutie mie no yɛmfa rubber kura nto bɛmam wo ne fie kura te sɛn ne yɛde rubber ato bɛmam ede o haw kese na bebe fie wontimi nkwadwuma nkoye adwuma na mpaso adwuma no nso kra anya de se obetimi aye kope give us GC mixture ene ne capsules na tonom yenum bom ebeboa na asiesie ebeyi yade ne afiri entini mu na aba abedane dwonso ene amaman ni moja na afiri mu akọ enkoto bibi amfa nkohohoro ba bia anwene se infection no ebekọ infection no ohuru animu asente ne de ebefiri na emunu de ewo inside no a eye problem no enya de se befiri ho akọ frɛ 0543 222470 0543 222470 yaton drugstore pharmacy shop ne chemical shop bia wo ho nso na udi ntata so wo ye oba opanie ma ye hyehye bobo so wo ye bema wo hye niema bobo so ebia niema ne kra nso nylon enye cotton mesre wo a ebetimi ama infection atena wo so ache mesre wo wusi udwopo no ana opantena fa san awiem na awiemum na wo hye nso a ebetimi ankafa ayon kakra fefa so na heat enkum frɛ 0543 222470 your friend give us GC capsules and give us GC mixture yenum nim yenu nyina bom onum ebeboa na to infection nyina ase ama pharmacy shop chemical shop and the drug stores ahodo e wo Ghana nyina no obetimi enya bia to frɛ 0543 222470
yada say papa give us a ba center o wa hene na hotel nka no nti baabia wo benya bi fa number na said da wo ka no no mo koto a o ma cho said obesi anomadro no afa yawie na abusuen so edi won awoda nti happy birthday enko Emma Ruth Coleman o Sunyan na abusiani nyina na wish you a happy birthday na from our big sister Mrs. Lydia Ofori ene Coleman abusiani nyina I wish you a happy birthday Erade nhyiraw Erade nya okese oma osunfra dumu enko adumo happy birthday Ruth Coleman na fe happy birthday nkoma Pastor Alfred Fosu or Cornerstone Baptist Church Dominic Pillar 2 we be fi ochiame hope no de ma Pastor Alfred Fosu wo Cornerstone Baptist Church Dominic Pillar 2 Erade nhyira onyame nipa onya okese enwusra ne nyekese na ochidifo nyina nso enye nhyira happy birthday nkoma yenyine no so na yemfansi na mambo atma ye krado wo cafe banwa ene community bi pa wi afaje wani nso e ka ho ti ma me ye krado a ye ko cafe banwa otwaso.
Good morning, Akwa Sonko about Badwam Ahusapej Mezido or your honorsome for the Fantidol president for the Brothers and Sisters Association. Akwaba, this is our first interview from Cafe Bar Noir. Jowulu police station they head towards police station honoma or hona cafe bar no a owo mezi nchia sonko different hade number 0 bro. It's no this year first ever interview is free ha 0 bro in na and pay menyo kuku dem bi pa ewo mention o hade one of nyama bi ye tijiji hene nwa ye shada fa hena dwen onkojo cars nije waka mpa cars ngofu nije was a car was ye nijeze bebre bi o ehede man at the car bridge twem na se ni nyina no car no ri keche oye nijeze binum wo event awaye was a cars ba what twitwi cars ties nature wo for car screeching or twitwi cars no wo twitwi cars no binum won entertainment anyen nti no in there I first day ayere cafe bar no a wo ye yi mu no mezi obi a oye de medjuma ni bi abro say muncho wadwunu kwachi bebre a ebeke de in 2022 honom baby no obotogwa de shatawale ato Range Rover for na Korea no na yekonya video from nipa o say car no as a man san or your old car na what to was shan was some way na for was a model no eba na nyim kakra e ka ho damaze no way no Ghana he ya say you so no na hwe pimp my rider obi o Ghana hade ya o the medjuma ni bi papepe is my hair celebrities no me sure there or clients bebre a won so when you celebrities na bi won botom ye papa into no and pay Kelvin David Quay oye CEO the Stand Cars Auto Works or no na oye me guest Akwaba.
Thank you very much. How are you?
Why thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what's in there? Can you but I wage you on your power? Page the moon that have a fun pa.
50-50. By the grace of God, we are surviving. It's been tough, especially the last year. Yes, but God has been good to us. So we've been able to strive a lot.
Okay.
Yes, and this year is going to be greater by the grace of God.
Amen.
Amen.
Now, what's in there? Catch them. There's blender to know. Making 100%
English. No problem. Forgive me.
You're the pair of a but Canada. More
than English. No problem. Only problem.
No, as a marrying it. You know, my Stand Cars Auto Works.
Yes.
Wow, for how many years?
10 years. 10 years. We're 10 now. You did 10 years. 24th December 2024. Okay. So you're celebrating with Drift Hunters at the Bukum Boxing Arena.
Yes. Last year, no event. December, no.
Yes, please.
Okay, come on. Or car event.
Car event. It was a mix up a drift show. Okay. Drifting, I'd say actually, but we're on the professional note. So me fly professional drifters free South Africa, me cram free South Africa, a be free Nigeria, and also you were professional drifters and drivers in Ghana. Okay. So we combined all of them together to form the show. That was the Drift Hunters Arena experience.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all your car actually.
But
would you to 1 hour size to
yes. But professionally, and any riff-raff. Yes. So we did it in a secured environment. Yes. This was the second edition. I know second one. The first one was Legon City Mall. Yes, but this time, no, you have to see Bukum Arena because of arrangement, organization. So, the audience, to me, safely and also enjoy the show from a nice distance. Yes, with the best view.
I see.
Yes.
No, December, Papa.
Yeah.
It's not my share. Celebrities buying na aye Juma on one castle.
My Sarkodie, Maye, Shatawale, Stoneboy, Wizkid, all of them. Black Sheriff, Kim Promise, Kwame Eugene, Kiddy, all of them.
Okay.
All of them. They are all my friends.
Okay.
Yes.
Mzupo ko hene chikaka. Osande yemu bebre na yenyim da me.
Cheddar before. Cheddar. Yes.
You know, yemu bebre yenyim de. The major man will be to me if you were Ghana.
Yes.
I mean, so I'm sure pimp my ride pa. That much is not my faith. Now even that bro was one car be a car that do be a car there. You swear be you su akom na car no more say cry. Otomo no they can see mechanic. Now so na wa we twitwum we clean why ni na fresh. Otomo was a subbody no otom na wo paint ho na ze my enti we adwuma na ase. Minim do obi ye bibi dem o Ghana.
Okay. So your adwuma no vary. It varies through different car aesthetics. So originally, normal body works in this spraying, like you find in other shops. But you're more exclusive, because you see the best of materials, the best of craftsmanship. That's the people working on the car. They're the very best, and also finishing, you're the very best in the country. Rest assured, any size.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know, now you see, it's the management was seeing Ghana here, now you see
Ghana on the job training. Originally, na car me pe car free me infancy no, na me pe car na sempa. But you say me papa no pay more of education and so normally in Ghana, upese be rim car unless you be done mechanic. Yeah, so last time I hear me internship and yes at ADB Bank. So that's when I started mixing it up. My friends
banking was school.
There be me statistics and computer science. By force and the same you can also get jobs. Yes, but later because business administration. Yes, or UGBS.
Okay.
So so I was supposed to fall inside criteria no. But now on the side me car juma kakra me come from they give me their cars to work on, and I realized that no I fitted in much better into the car field because I had more love. Now me do working on passion on working on cars. So it started off as a hobby, then later on turned to a profession, and it has got me to where I'm at now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into no approach you could see most more in another Ghana here na.
Approach I'll not say me cause but now me took on the job training. And on the job training just experience. Yes, last 2 months and the last one now me was South Africa. So me call Chico Customs. Ono so mo the same thing here in Ghana. Yes, but I got experience by just walking through the shop. And let's say me ko tina ho kosia bibi wo debi. I just the experience I derived from just interaction with the owner is a long way. They also got a lot of experience from us because now mo beside me say how were you able to do this in Ghana? How is it possible? Because there's almost sure portfolio my portfolio they see that it's heavy. Yeah, so how is it possible? Now, and how are you even in South Africa at this time? Why are you not back at the shop overseeing? Is the shop running? Questions be brief. Nice. Yes, and I ended up satisfying their questions by giving them. Now the shop is on autopilot. Most of the workers in the shop they are starting free. Almost the 10 years. I'm sure the oldest around 8-9 years. So I've been able to train them in a certain way, and they've also adapted. They know that this is our bosses. So they've learned and they become the best versions of themselves. Yes.
A train one. So we pedo trainer.
Training depending because it's training the person when we move to a bigger place. God willing, we'll be able to take more heads in. Because now every day we receive CVs, requests online, and people who are even in the university, they want to come and do this on the side.
Demand
demand
football there change. So someone can wow.
Yeah, demand. We call Dubai, Dubai especially. There are a lot of Ghanaians doing it over there. Yes, Sharjah. We call Sharjah. Some of the stuff we do, there are Ghanaians who do it over there. When they come over here they come and work with us. But unfortunately, we can't take everyone. Yeah, so we are praying for abundance of grace. So you bet me be a doors. The more people will come over to learn and become good at whatever they want to do. Yeah.
I say be an idea of Juma Oriano. Me more pictures into the pictures now. I don't know and what been to do and family now. When an idea, celebrities now what pimp on the rights, Kano, also quite not. Another way spray for fur was maybe features to be a shisham and as America features I want some maybe so. I been your day and I am for ball one more kind of fashion one cast no more.
So a popular one is Starlight.
Starlight.
Minimum that one light kitty roof. Yeah, that's the most popular.
Okay.
Yes, we started it in Ghana.
Wow.
So it's originally patented to Rolls-Royce. So Rolls-Royce pay Starlight, but aftermarket companies produce the same devices you can install in cars. First one you install a car kitty like I say like the roof was a Range Rover also. Hey. So yeah, it was that big almost because it's risky. But right now over 200.
See, I don't want to
yes.
So separated the masters and kitchen be. Yeah, this is show can one.
Yes.
Wow.
The first time you start,
cars ni bina order that don't know cars ni bina order that don't know cars with design no na the car was so quiet them na car no look like there be nothing like it but e bon there was car no body no irade it was the baby she more speed no
yeah baby.
Hey, I'm so impressed.
Yes,
I'm so impressed.
Performance, aesthetics new looks no. So aesthetics no vary. Let me assess the shape of the car. Bakuma twice Emma Shatawali. That was the one people were mistakenly saying that to Ababe, and yet it was not even an upgrade.
Okay.
It was a wide body kit. Also wide body kit and wider and looking much more aggressive.
It's actually able to have a smaller car.
Yes.
Not yes, a car na bar. Not two car no.
You better a wider. Yes. No, no. You better be and also, but we don't go that far because I know it comes with a lot of complications. Chassis, chassis. No, you better be. But what I'm talking of is the body. Like you are making the car fatter. So kind when Atra is looking much wider. Yes. I know you see fiberglass. So you better mold the car into any shape, any form you want.
Wow.
Yes.
Or you come up papa. That's not American or Chima. There's a market for it.
Yeah.
So don't call food papa.
Ghanaians pay exclusivity. Ghanaians especially. So me kita me Range Rover no me perceive me Range Rover and yet different chain. Obia Range Rover. Yes. So you have to do something to his for it to stand out. And Mahu Ejuma Bebre for the past 4 years, like jobs from 4 years ago, and they are still standing out. Wrangler Wrangler see Diamond in the city of Mutong. Yes, and the price the guy is even asking for the car, you see that he still sees value in the car. Yes, so we add value to whatever we touch.
How many you rose gold car be?
Yeah, rose gold, Camaro, Genesis. I had the 3 cars in the Namano.
Hey, you mama kiddy so.
Kiddy, yeah.
I had mama Sarkodie so.
Sarkodie, yes. Sisi and the car was shop Sisi as we speak.
Stone boy,
the mini papa.
Was it Geno? Was it Jency? Why they one man you would you put it in a car for him? Because maybe you put in the car, but it would not another car, different crowd.
Yes.
Or the car that
yes.
Nah. Or yes, stand cast for what's the son.
Yes.
Cano. Nobody no. Hey, right there. Jamisha one, but my maybe said Abazino will be able to work out your pay when the camera or your own pa. Maybe something that was weird. I didn't know back up in the Mazno when they come.
DJ Azoto.
Not
so different colors. Azoto is my most interesting client. Me pena sempa because ono he pushes your thinking capacity. Give me red, blue, yellow interior. See how will you mix all the 3 colors inside?
Car inside the red one, blue one.
No, say opecalus. Bet me a friend beside me. Oh no, say opecalus, but black ni color. Black is not a color. So when the car came, it had a black interior. So now I had to harmonize all these colors because we a mistake. No, a bit looking time. So I had to sit down with the team, we discussed, and we found ways around it. Yes, and it was a very beautiful finish afterwards. Wow. Yes, the car is still on the road as we speak.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's no say if the car not fridge, you put the fridge.
Yeah.
I can fridge something to know, and I cheers.
Oh, okay.
Cheers, Anthony. I yet on some. It's no. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cafe Banwafo. You don't wanna say, Papa, you don't wanna say. You know, on Tuesday, na you different ha. BBI declare, BBI the zin. wa Tuesdays na yes interview na free had yes ba wo man breakfast when is one so ye so it's man ye come papa ma recommend am ko bebre anytime I wo ba had e bia no we enjoy what can is ban or one come. How do you see the environment?
Very nice, very beautiful. It's serene.
Demure.
Yeah, demure.
Why sip and paint? Girls, one gather one home. Yeah. Open there. What about some had a way bachelorette be na the BBR? But had a tuna. A pedal bro. Over several breakfast. Over several lunch. With women. So 1 year over had a cafe bar no Jolu police station. Head towards police station or Canada. White and black. Fell. Come out over had a. Menye Kelvin David Quay and Echoche Unkomo had the Stankas Auto Works.
Yeah.
Worubwe Juma.
Thank you.
Worubwe Juma Papa. Bibi Dam Nanka Yahu, America, Che, Masana Ghana had no. A B or had they are one for Juma. Tikas the brain and you chrome fair phone as Nina one na. Washechira warrior the major mano. Into no, but maybe said there, yeah, Honoma, be na yeka celebrities one as I'm sure they most of them will value one privacy, papa.
Yeah,
maybe I'm in Pono, major cabin, so better, Pimpama, Mimpede, or be up day.
Yeah,
Nakana, and I'm not sinner.
Yeah,
How do you handle?
Oh, easy. It's personal, your friend, a personal preference. You can't determine what you use the customer's car for without his or her permission. Yeah, so I know we always, when they make the request that name person make car be bound. There are so many cars we've done and there's not even been an ounce of or a picture put online ever. Yes, but there are jobs, and even I'll not even go, you not find me anywhere talking about it. Yes, I can meet you somewhere with people who pretend like it's never happened.
Okay, or depend on the clients. So
unfortunately, it's a problem of Ghanaians. Ghanaians, your problem we pull him down. So that was some of the, I would say the most problem I was having, because everybody was undermining the work, even when it's at the very best, no flaws. They always try to look for faults. Ghanaian attitude, and yet say South Africa and Nigeria. Yeah, so that's our problem. So it's perfect when people also make a request or they're keeping it coded. There are so many celebrities, I even tell them that they want to come and I say, no, you just keep it coded. I know what I'm saying. Yeah, just keep it, let's keep it under wraps. Because the moment who did PR, people who don't really go or support what you are standing for, they undermine the work. And people are easily gullible. You say gullible, no, who tell him anything he believes, he or she believes. Yeah, so we always try and, be private as possible with the work. And also projects, so it's also best you keep them under wraps until maybe it gets to a certain stage. Because sometimes somebody's idea might not be your idea. So it's best to always keep things private. That's how I go about things. Yeah.
Okay. Into no mate wase wo honom. Ma yenhwe sikasam kakwa. Mi hia hina nsam etu ma bepem pamaka.
Oh, you see, and cars I see myself as selling value. Yeah, so bet me afford, if you can afford the value, why not? And by force. But we also do our best. We always do these charity works. We understand. CCI de Legon, one boy from Legon reached out to the office of a car beto Nissan Yamanyamano. So something like that. There's no way we are going to charge him the same rate as a normal customer would pay. There'll be what do you call it? Would reduce the amount. Would also waiver a lot of things. So maybe it's a post, they money free. We do a lot of those charity works over there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's goodness in giving. He's a student. On to me affordable. When I was a student, I wouldn't be able to afford myself now. So if a student has come all the way to express his love for the job and he wants to have an experience, it's also a good opportunity to advertise in the campus.
Because, terms and conditions apply. Another, able to me as young.
Oh, say normally friendships. This year we am in the past, so very easy now.
Me care part before me was home or catch him doors and a car baby job.
Yes.
On your can have some behu.
This year,
such a kind of rugby pressure, all to all master my head. When I would tell my head. You have to be your first car crana.
Oh, no problem. We'll be back.
Your first car, like what tough for home now.
With the Fabra.
The best of my what's a car. Fancy door, customized. That is
yes, one of. Your friend, one of. We say one of one. So, would you be one of one?
Oh, come on, the pie. So, you bought young common do you busy, you have more conversations. Ebin Pana, you're in R&D, it's no next week, never about Chia on common because who most may impart, you raise the capital, Pesica, you start business no. Hey, now, come up a brew, Honoma, Mapede, Minu busy. Into before I bokono, me pede bibi sade. Say a waka. Let's say be a pede eze a washroom. Ala bibi dam zishema or
if the space is there for it, you better me. Open say be alterations. Ne better me can cater for the space for the washroom. We can also do it. Everything is possible as Stancast. Yeah, Juma elevator and so 20 something floor. Now elevator and so and we do a lot of work. See, Safari Valley, horse carriages. That has to date been my most difficult work to date. Horse and kita engine kita shoe just horse. When say horse no pulley, the one you sit in and you push. Yeah, that has been the most difficult work. So we never stop. We always test the waters. Yeah, we've not done it before, we'll do it. That's how Stackers moves. Yeah.
Okay. Into no me pede ebe share abofra baby Ukraine.
Yeah.
Because obi hwe hen. E bia na so no jika ho. E bia American ohun den na so obotum ha e bibi dem. Me pede e share camera yi mu ehu. National Ukraine mo.
In terms of
the obotum how most would you know your story?
Yeah.
You know how you got here.
Okay.
So, but they motivate.
Oh, motivation. Okay. So my advice, is to never give up. If you first of all dedicate whatever you have planned and tasked to do into the hands of God. Yes, unguided, because without God's guidance, it's never possible. Then always know it's never going to be easy. It's never been easy for me. Till dates cry, yeah, easy, mommy. Me show the Drift Hunter show as at now 2 shows Yanya sponsor, so we did everything out of pocket, but we are still going. Why didn't we stop? Why didn't we stop? Because we almost didn't even have the show last year, because once people talk that I'll support you with this, I'll do that, and they don't do it. But we still pushed on because everything has been ordained by God. We put everything in front of God. So when you do that, you are always led the right way. But by your might, by any jumada, it will rather take you off course before you realize what building up so much depth. So always put things in all the endeavors, all your stripes into God's hands. Then do your very best, and God does the rest. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no one some else do your very best. The
rest, yeah.
So we can get the part 2 of the conversation about more. But my bibi kakwa.
Okay.
Every start noise and power.
Oh, originally, say me jumano. To me, I can't say it was difficult for me because now a hobby. A hobby, and yet say me build the capital to go and buy this, go and buy that. So hobby, you realize that you don't really focus too much on capital. You focus on building relationships. Yeah. So my oldest sprayer, up to date, has been with me for close to 10 years, and I can remember all the issues we've had till now. Yeah, we had a general meeting last Saturday. He said everything like he's grown, he's matured. He's around almost 50 years, but he's seeing maturity in everything he does in life now. Well, yeah, so I mean,
what was your first car? First car you where you my
first BMW. Now BM5 series. Yeah, and matte gray. And the person was so surprised because now a agro.
No, also then nimpa obinya jesu wo mudam. Dem from car from man no onye hu bibi. Like how did the person nimpa no say the believe?
Recommendation. So number one nipa dada or ye car body kit or ye customization. So I started following him when I'm not in school. I'm with him. Then I made him know that I've got a sprayer who was in my very area where I stayed. That we can do the spraying for you and whatnot. So out of play, now me do a jumano, and he came out and everybody was impressed. Almost the second one about then the same thing kept on going. I think around 2016-17, now a call from Kakra because there was no plan. There was no, and there was also school in the way. I was doing my master's program also, so there was no plan. But after it came, people were calling online. No, not many people Raphael Secretary or say, we are Juma, we won't fashion Instagram. Put it on Instagram. So it was Instagram that started building of a Nigerian brought a Mercedes. Upgrade free old model to new model, and it just blew 25,000 likes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was till date. That's my highest likes ever. Because a Jumano crowd, if you even see the car, you even be surprised. People were doubting. It created a lot of interactions online. It's not true. It is true because that's that time. We didn't take any videos of the process. It was just pictures. And at that time, I think Instagram was mostly pictures, not videos. So we were not able to prove ourselves. But it created a lot of interactions, negative and positive online, but it still brought a huge following to us our page. I think we're around 100,000 followers as of now on Instagram. Yeah, and to have such a following for a car community or a car business, it's very difficult. Unless maybe you're a celebrity or whatnot. And we have over close to 500,000 subscribers on Snapchat alone. Snapchat, and it's just 2 years old on Snapchat. So our crowd, our interactions with people is very great. As you see, after the second show, we've been able to reach into Ethiopia. And we've broken through South Africa already. So this year they expect the very best.
Yeah. No one has a marrying it. I can't say be brave. I feel I'm in bet each other no problem. We'll make a date with us. Who handles socials no do.
Yes. So Instagram is at stancast_gh. That's for Instagram. The same for Snapchat. Then TikTok, they are all the same. So stancast_gh.
Yeah, painful. What type of Facebook pie or Facebook?
Or Facebook so.
Into no stancast.
STUNNCUST.
Okay.
Then _gh. And our Facebook, but we type is Stancast Autoworks. Yes.
Okay, Kelvin. That's papa. Me ashofo no insi hade na ye nto enkomo do wa hade. Nti no no asamara nyen bedwuma hu sepe mamda cafe ba no afo ase. The head of production papa telmu wa hade ya obom mamzidwumezi no mezebro obed be ye camera OPD Badwam with production wa hade. Hono studio hono nyina no nyame hwe papa. More sorry do izino the Fantador president for the Brothers and Sisters Association. Ye basana ya unkomoyido CCRZ Macron
Mneka say yemfa ni ye tranton enkasa pani ho yebeka yasem oboni die kwan so ba ne ma hu se wo chia de from man nhehye ho yeba mo asonye so akoso yeni asese bia de boni kwa ne bon dawro wo ye na ye yesu be kama mansa nyina so ate se ampa wa ye ne sefata. So Assemblyka want to say ebe measure the performance of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. But she ya washe Ghana for. So be ye dia mo emfihia na ye de enemy. Se wo ye be kam obi ate se wo ye. Ni obeja atum se be twa man for to adwen si so. Ni akaka ono akasa mu se we wo kan yo na no re ye afi. Ye change obia no be ya mo man na ye yi na ye support no yo be mo man na gina na so na ye di na chie no be bua ma Ghana fa na tuma pade afira no e na ye nyina be som no ye no ba be ye pesame nkuminya no be di ama Ghana fo nya biedie me din dia kwasinsia asemi ni kabre e na adrusin so na atwemu komo aye di nyina efa basabasa ya eto abawie a etaba akire eno bi ka chem se e akwasa asemi atwemu na mo so kenam say yes ya mohon mu a there's another danger ahead of us. And MPP ni bia wakosa ya karaka de bia no onso abopo de ato ntim se ebre bia MP beba power bia no onso be call revenge e ho ne pese ye ne correct no ne etimi yiri free wonom eno me who post be from the member of parliament for Norton Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. I think say I'll commend him. Say he has initiated a private members bill. Yeah, friend, the protection of state asset bill. Yeah, Bob by say, Obi abenya kwan asum abamu bia no, untimi nto we japade bia mfamfiri abamu nko. Ade bia be ma say fast mama Ghana bia untimi nto emfa nko. And I think a good step. Ibuna me Canada no, so na nado dan Akufo Addo led MPP government no, it take a step, but Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa e dey call emremu. Because the president, the former president, out of his own volition. On a man directive. So what about see a young president on the own the same directive a bed. So I think it's a good step from Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa. Say yes, penibia ye be, but they ain't taking a step further. Now for yama emra and touch nye change say, oh free a bemua, untimi and toa dia or the small mind Ghana. So we heka pa ne bo. Yes, see a ton ka pa there will be 7,000 Ghana cedis. Now so your former minister what's me here panim ajeka. Yeah, what you should be making 3 years. So what are the 7,000 Ghana cedis? Boys never chase you. O me chase you because entasumu hey. Oh your Toyota Camry pa. Yeah, you should 3 years so. Honorable Kwasi Matone 25,000 Ghana cedis. Hey! Uti mo ding. Na no man e to ma 25 uti bi ka se dey be o man me system dodo. So they make us a good one. Se mrane be ta akire. Na afei oba na yusu wi a no agya. E na no unya Charles ni Tego. No office of the president. Kaya demand so on fansu no wi no de koye e no je nkrata ya chaso de car naba e no post fe obi an chesi ni be bia. So the question we keep asking ourselves and say, Omen, at what point ebet me aka che on say this post election violence no ye twa so. Dr. Victor Doke, a lecturer Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Open my channel pe ba Adom TV so.
Major so.
Boko dia. Boko.
Adom. No,
Boko. Doctor, so this post-election violence, do you betimi aya, you betimi abra no kra?
Yeah, but that's it. First of all, no, post-election violence, no, you betimi aka say the face of another cycle of elections before, during, and after. It's mechanisms now, the election security task force led by the IGP, no, all the share before, no, after, during, and then after, no. That specific mechanism, emergency response mechanism, I was saying, maintaining after elections, because after elections, you know, nyama bibre isi, you can't counting, you can't collation, and then this event here, you see, like the reason why I was saying, yes, share the security mechanisms, especially during and after the elections, because with regards to coalition, and then afterwards, they take over at state institutions by certain youths belonging to the two parties. We have some challenges with regards to the way they share your security apparatus. So going forward, the Obibia Olusu election, we win, the flag bearer, and as a candidate, first of all declare a announcement say, Obi Biara, Yabechino, and I say, or the let you know who sell back home, Gina baby, I can protecting property. Whilst it's not your responsibility, no, you know.
Okay.
I think that first step of declaring by the candidates from losing and winning side, no, I bet send a strong one. Number two, your apparatus, equipment, CCTV, and all of that. Essential state institutions are yes, yes. But yeah, bit to be about now. You send the personnel store for money. Now, what happened was with regards to I think, in my personal view, election security tax was speed pedal also kakra.
Okay.
Emma relaxation kakra. If they were taken, by surprise by certain events, assuming saying Kana, we are very alert, proactive. Drinking kwechi, I'm like drinking kwechi with regards to say anticipation. Yeah, but we can say anticipation. Like 70 state institutions, almost in day men. But by saying by China and yes, and they as a police phone, a soldier phone.
Okay.
Now, you bit my young fan and shame. But by and large, you say in Bra and Macquarie say, would if I so uko after this year now say with regards to general violence in elections. We haven't made examples of culprits yet. Yet think of one party no be you who say you only be a party mawala. Not for the self. When ya Emma Emma Kofu who say the money here and I say money yejuma. Who say I'm able to consistently because your party are back. The excuses your party are back. Years back, when we start making examples, right, and the law deals with those who have been arrested now, I bet send a strong warning.
So, Doctor, one point is yes, among for fees has say if there's a change of government, more especially from a different party to the other, now you please know I am more relaxed because making a IGP in the position. The regional district police commanders in position. The average police officer and so say, "Hey, me kwa be na sabio partner no because stop your more ya metu erita amfa sim so." How do we diffuse this mentality of our police servicemen? Say be ya o metumi atoko so aya omadwuma after declaration.
Yeah, I think it's just being proactive. Your Bofukan is proactive. Now, as you may say, be a police me or regional commander, party for Fraba. Now me feel so me person be me team me kakra. It doesn't really order well. State property is being destroyed, lives are being lost, and there's chaos. Just because who so say be into you can say relax kakra. Then how does that relate to your oath now? Who take here as a police officer, service and integrity to defend and protect lives and property, moral obligation. It means and there's no excuse for you as a police opinion and as a how to diffuse this thing. And I make sense. One, every security personnel who are being when there's a change of government, whether you like it or not, there could be changes and you could be affected. And it is constant.
Okay.
You could be changed, you could be transferred anytime. So this is what they have to understand. Secondly, it's almost kai, almost mandate, almost role. Any oath now, almost take it to defend and protect the lives and properties of the country, first of all. And sana, any personal interest about. Maybe you say, Obi Biara, or your commander, and I said, Penia, Basabasaye, Ako, what a jurisdiction, investigate the issue. And then you have one year with the and then the law will be applied. Every time it's repeated. And then if we don't initiate measures like investigating and then punishing the culprits now, 2028, we see the same thing if the NDC should lose and then MPP comes back.
Doctor, you better start paying. For this insight. So, Dr. Victor Doke, a lecturer, Kofi Annan International Peace Keeping Training Center. And I'm just saying, no, air train and common. So that's the issue. Our picture now, which are at the 2 years. See, I'm yenny anko hua. Yama yenny anko hua. EBGSM. And we will all feel sorry for ourselves. See, I'm yenny anko hua. It didn't want to make us say, yeah, say, oh, a normal party for a normal party for no. And you know, correct. They are not just normal party supporters. Yes, we be back home, you know, me and Sebi a woman. And I'm making kind the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of NDC in the statement they are showing. So the party believes say omo ye ne se nipa bonefo bi edo ho ababefra. Se party for na are restrain omo antwe omo ho a yentimi identify those criminals na ababefra no. Obu opanebo ne di dada. And they take advantage of this situation. No, they're about betting upon it. No, they're about say party. No. It's another me say, especially Mabruna a call a drop police station. Or in the name say, please fire my year. It's yes, I say, please for Japan. Ya sabani man. Ask yourselves, please for to say, or be elbow. No, no, must show them from Jawo D. Chewa. How will you feel? How will you feel? Se a doye man Ghana. You see a pay man Ghana sma. Ye nya de en say o man no. Na no kwa ke central. Mabunu se akotwa to ka kwa mu because ye fi sabato de kwa no ankoso ye afa ma ye. Eti kwanya ya boka. Ye do man sika aye no. Ye hyitai wo kwa nim. Eni nenu eni nasa ne kwan na say ne ekori asa begina kwa say aban anya kwan ya blocking roads. What kind of people are we? There be because MPP this asemo. MPP beko NDC beba. NDC beko MPP beba. But Ghana continue to live. The swamp pastor was so John Dramani Mahama. And also person buana na abai etimi ejina na so eyeyi a onya de be sai na abai ba nam na so party aba and na wo seniema na bowura abai offices okay kanema efrafra on the names of party onye party ni oye mamboni because true and proper NDC ni bie ni wa ope sorry say the party aba etu okọ abai office akwa ye etutwa seb na this ni che ayi Joyce Bawa ah anaye this ni che chai you are the original secretary party ni di kunim on set chai enam abai institutions pam nkrofo ye etutwa seb because oje ne party ni government aba ne ho Koya the party bet me afasua obe deliver on the promises. And an annual people on my year be and annual this baby it's yet a sabio ye my sabio shandiada. Yamu yen you know born fair born in church na pass when yakwan wakabi. Why? Ochina me bia man out to now so when yakwan so akambi. Yen you yen condemn me. Na so chine bi ye sabidu san kwantana we so a ya nsa megina me kwan sei asemi de kadie abedwafo atrase ni pese mu eto aso
asem yidika
esa bo akwa be bra so se de abedwafo betena sei ni atwe enkomo ensem a ewo apono so en enkomo ne do so papa Good morning, komo bia wajibre na ohwe ne anope mamfancha kese nkoma Isaac. Yeah, wo level up the tailor. One of the finest fashion designers wo my Ghana mu no.
on a permanent most of Ontario measure. 18 patrol. Sunya Hua, Yakon, Medina, UN. Unyabu UN Kevin, Wana, Isaac, Ufrenwo, 0542 413 296. 0542 413 296. Level up the telebe level, kama, Eddie Amount. Then also a very good morning call Emfa Emma Brodiga of Brodiga Barbering Shop. Also, you kama pa, also. The same Medina, Libya Quarters Road now, so. Cornichon also in shape you. Happy birthday, Enko and Fama Pastor Alfred Fosu, ya Cornerstone Baptist Church, Domi Pillar 2. I wish you all the best. Nyakopo on Shirana on Yaukase. Go is obey Kasepa. So, Pastor, happy birthday, Enko and Fa and Mount. But for us, Yababetre and Como, the Greater Accra Regional Secretary of NDC, Honorable Theophilus Tetachai. Samson, a member of Parliament, Mamam for What Pandai constituency. Honorable Matthew Nindam, and Abijafua at Nasanapai. Honorable Tetachai Fishapa. And the JDB will move. Ghana for. And I show in Munyam. I show party in Munyam. I show flag bearer in Munyam. But most of the honorable Yinam, I think first time. Having me also. That name say Greater Accra. Most of the posts never in Achesana NDC. But looking at where your gap a distance of margin here Munyano, it didn't come as a surprise.
Yeah. Maminchia omo share ya no pay. Na mi samo obi afishapa. I say almost a break kakra twem. Yeah. Ba hanu mache. Yeah, ba hanu mache. But any nyina ye a party adwuma. During election time there was a coffin. Wa dey no nti no na TV suba ne dey na ade a anytime bi am be friend bi na maka jam say misrem. They say the baby a do no any brew any braba nti yanko ye form adwuma no ye wi a ye beba na nyakopon aye adom NDC party no abeji Ghana for efri ekwesumo a anka mo ye afemu no anasa mo femu no na elections na ye call ye no yanya ne keke. It was strategically planned. And see, anamo bia ye 2 years no nyina no. Na ye depend paper at all. Because they say no politics no baby edu no. Anya chogwe no. Anya big rallies. But Oboni Beka say strategy account. But yen at the regional level no. The target was 250,000.
Okay. For presidential?
Yes. Because in 2020, no, there are a little over 70,000. Okay. And we couldn't win the presidency. And you know, say 2024, now you bet me win the presidency now. I was say Greater Accra, you to be my president, you know, about 250,000 votes. Difference, yeah, between presidential candidates. You know. Okay. Yeah. But anopay there is that case here, Ghana for especially Greater Accra for both from the Eastern Corridor, Dangme areas, you know, any incline areas, any settlers, more Greater Accra say. Ade ba ko mu ye ya eye de say impunity na e koso no omodi omo kokomoti a stop this impunity no and me no ka say the difference was almost a difference in 600,000. Yeah. That's great.
Way beyond my target.
Yeah. Yeah. But enu kire en say my emfa the citizens na sabi omudi omukoko muti etu aba edemaye no for granted as political parties and I say as government in power. Esan say amamuo no eyesum. It's a service to the people. And yet a share. What you say? Enti no 2 no ya de mawa. Omo amudi 2 no amawo no. E wo say uti omo sufre. Omo kasa. E wo say uti omo. Irrespective of whether omo ni nye ekoso ananso omo ni nye ekoso. Esan say for omo no omo issues no bread butter issues. So benya baby ada. Say ni ba betumi akọ school ni ho beto no. Say oyare obetumi nya eyi kwan akọ hospital a. Enwo say okọ stress ska answer. Di didie kwa no. Kwan so obefa obefa so obedidi no. Ni obefa mu answer obenya eduane no peduane kra idi no. Ni nyina ya ade bi a ehia voters no.
So beba ma ba behwe how party with me sustain that victory in Greater Accra because a region ba ko a dice kakra because hana ko bo hana ni nyina free so hari amanfo ehunu na ye koso aban mu nankasa so kwai na party with me afa so consolidate that gains you know going to the next election and if you need a party can hold on to the honorable nyidam
yeah
constituency say
already Adom
na ye difficult constituency
na ye difficult
ade mo anya adwuma
ye adwuma me fa kwanya iso na me nchia me nua so tete cha long time secretary wa na we me colleague on this that was on the Chief Parliament yeah ti mihu na che it's been very long na machia omo so omo hwe na machia kpandaifo sabe omnyo mu ntianka me ni ha bio omo na tumi no omo de ahyamensa ti mechia obibia na hwe election 2024 matters arising ene tumi na every yansa eko NDC for ensamu no obusa say yanya adwuma ye adwuma pa babia after 2024 ye bi mo trance a ye bu ye kom ko achi adwen ho no me nema menu bi na me hwe ye na me say MPP we are still a very strong party papa. Oh if you sit down and you really look at issues na emma ye dru babia ye dru na now you be a your politics on the ground sabi call a spade not a big spoon at your ancient bebre to MPP
ahead of 2024 election
na me catch let me tell you 2016 ade ba kope ana o how ba kope na eto jo mama a edum so okaya sa election ye call you no MPP won 169 seats just do so as a problem for NDC MPP Ghana for my 169 seats against 106 106 but ohwe abaye ayeto no 2024 you know hwe ensama every mobile or how look yakasi challenges ni wa na yeboa COVID every mobile enwache galamsey and its problems enwache sabe ye party mpenyufo bebre a sabe na omo lead galamsey fight ensama mo bab on tembeka look the debt restructuring program abimodi omosika akoto bonds omodi omosika kwehemu ha omofu se kasasika wedi ehonjo na sabe policies is baaye ankrofo no hu se sa policies we amwaye masa ena the last straw metimi aka cho se akoso ye bebre ye wo man mu na ye presidents menu metimi aka cho se look the executive presidency was there and Addo lead the executive presidency but who parliament was controlled by the NDC
Oh, 2024.
2024. Because Badwam was then the speaker. Dear Master, look, Obi Ufa, the history of this country. The 8th Parliament. Obi and Niwa. Sabi Mpreduasa. Obekasa, that Parliament was a Parliament that is ready to help government to develop. That beyond to conquer no more. Policies bia MPP are buying your margin somebody beba. No more food say making gains out of that. It was all shut down.
It's a Badwam.
Look, the engine of democracy is a parliament. And for the first time, parliament was being controlled by the opposition. For the first time. And I make an
because you move from 169 to 137.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you that even that 138, we had the opportunity to have our own as a speaker. But unfortunately, it went to the opposition.
Do you think that Akufo Addo was a good leader for the MPP?
Look, there cannot be a perfect human being.
But was he a good leader for the MPP?
He was a good leader in one breath. Some other breath too, you can criticize him. It's a human being. But I think that when it's about policy, there's no country, there's no government that will say, or more policies in government were better than Akufo Addo's policies. When it comes to social interventions, when it comes to rules. But unfortunately, Edru Babino, never be a yefu say, in Kebia, just like Secretary Kano. You see, the people give you their power. The people voted for you. So, Edru Babia, we should try to also listen to the ground small. The first time, over 80 members of parliament came out to speak against their own governments. The first time. Wow, MPs to make back out publicly. Sabi Mpreduasa. Unko heni de we from our damua. Enya bontin, but we from our bontin. Eyasem. For the first time. Over 80 MPs.
Because one of the people say
some of these things, cumulatively, would the banner share the kind of resource now, na with only 2 regions. And the good thing is, a young crowd for no crown, and yes, Abufono, or man fan control man sabio, man disio, or man quan quato.
So it means some cran common to Mamma.
Uncle, Nani Pano waffle to the extent say, Pien free fee and quan quatraba. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to look at the MPP still maintaining about 88 seats with the kind of issues in the 2024 elections, now I still think that it's a strong party. Like just like the General Secretary has said, never be brave or honey be
okay.
But the essay pacho, essay pacho. Near yan essay was a way dear yan. But with regards to Akufo Addo, whether he was a good leader, he's a human being. But I think that some policies that he brought on board, social intervention that he brought on board, the road construction, infrastructure-wise, some were fantastic.
These are governance.
Yes,
but unfortunately, it's not spearheaded by only one brain. Like I said, the leadership. Because people shall say a comparison between what John Ajekum Kufuor-led MPP government left then candidate Akufo Addo, a 47%. Akufo Addo leaves Bawumia with 41%, 88 MPs.
Yes.
Does it make him a good leader?
You see, it's just like this. It's about the system.
Okay.
Judging from Onono personally, we can assess himself on this.
Okay.
I get what I'm saying. And under, they are not the same circumstances.
Yeah.
Ukwe Kufomre, no ba Nana Addo Akufo Addo mra. It's not the same. Atoyerenchima eto Nana Addo Akufo Addo. Enya atoyerenchima no ana eto Kufuor. It's not the same. And they are different leaders. One, but Obofone ni Sabio, nenam guapaso.
But we see your coso a blame COVID, Russia, Ukraine war, any other.
And yeah, no kwa. There are other things that have added
for
on.
example,
Yes.
COVID.
There are other things that have added on.
You know, other countries a year.
Yes.
But to say UK.
Yes.
Almost any prime ministers how many times? Yes. Finance minister said a quote.
Yeah.
Say na work and one kasa mo MPs crap or catch them and penny say baby a ya baby do no.
Yes.
You have feel say a memo ni se kasa me no. E bro penny not one minute.
Yeah.
Bibi and Fremamba.
Yeah.
It you talk also use COVID no as an excuse. What do you excuse say? You have opportunity to deal with the challenge. Leadership ever say a best solve challenges are ever. And yet the luxury of it.
You're right.
That's what me on some challenge. You have failed.
Yeah, exactly. I don't dispute it. That is why I'm telling you that, like Tete Chao Kayano, the secretary is saying, it's about the people. Okay, the people give you power.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you have opportunity now. Okay. COVID has something make kind of. And you know what me boss you.
Sure.
I get what I'm saying. There are other things that sabe pradiasa. What way sabe pradiasa. Oh, Arabia underlining issues. Na sabe pradiasa. Arabia be bowa. It is easier to kill you.
Sure.
Than obia owa only underlining issues. The same yare no bonwa sabe pradiasa. Obetimi anyankwa. Wa na me kiro no. Nti edrumre bi na yenye problems as a nation no edoso. We will run away from that fact. But in all this no, we still manage to get 88 seats. Nti na mka say look, Dumson Kwama NDC MIA MPP for 169 against 106.
Ghana for Pebomia.
Sorry.
Ghana for Pebomia.
We are
sure.
Very sure.
Ghana
the
for
people in
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Look, this
Ghana.
election has nothing to do with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all. Look, this election has to do with our performance in government.
Not Baumia as a person.
No, not an individual.
It is
not about, I'm telling you, it's not about the individual. This election was not Baumia as an individual. It was about our performance. It's about our performance. Nemabia, yan look, even tax. How many people are ready to pay tax in this country? How many people are ready to pay tax in this country? No be in Ejuma. No di nisika say, how no de nkejo. Me ko pension, me be di dia free mu kakra. Na at the end of the day, saska no, nipa no kwa nensanka. Wo your party ni ma sen kra na. Wo yaw no. Look, if you lose one person in politics, it is not one person. The multiplying effect is very huge. Very, very huge. Intimimity hai. Nebi oka so Matthew nkwa. Masa, Matthew yire wo ho. Matthew ebia ne nua ho. Ne nanfo ho. Nti Matthew nkwa no ka no bomu a. Edom. Ena nipa na omo we average income earners no. They take care of thousands of people.
Baumia stand the chance for 2028.
Well, menya nyankopon. Are you getting me? If Baumia as an individual, nyankopon de nkwa man no back, so be fighting for the race BMO. I think that he's very credible. Very, very credible. Because this election is not about him. It's about us. It's about our performance. Okay. Let's accept it. And own it. And then right the wrongs. Okay. That's the only way.
Oh, no, but child.
Yes.
NDC are picking some cues from any MPP falling flat.
Yo, answer me ba no. Me pese me kanya market bi. You see, makansem bebre ono so one me ya adwen e wo nsem ne bia me kan no. Amamo na ye ebu no. As a leader, o se o kan kure. It should be one thing na ye nyina we say ye ti ase. No matter what the situation is, no credit or se o kan. Na so we obi na se ade e friend no kure nsem bia wo beka na o kina wasesa wano a enipa bia ni hono ma obeji wedi. And that was the challenge of the then vice president. Virtually he was a mockery on social media. Because in somehow Kaye, when he was in opposition, even in government, a lot of them are contradicting. And leadership is about trust. Because obi person odi we nima. E was say unya gidie bi e wo nipa nimu. And Baumia never stood to that test. I know the anti the second coming in the ebehwe.
Okay.
2. Me say ya de tumi hye wunsem a omo de tumi ni hye wunsem no fa obuo ni didie edi mom e fa mom. Look, oman Ghana your leadership before democracy. Anameboa. Yang as of mine, there were traditions. And within our traditions, you know, they had the authority to rule us. And we respected our chiefs and elders. We had a president who never respected chiefs and elders of this country. Nana do Dankwa Akufo Addo. Look, my friend Greater Accra hanum. Mu nim ni esi ye. Hwe se ebia wulomo. Yeah. Any of them, the least amongst them. Na so ti honomu. Mu nim the power enipa no ewo. Okay? But yen yen say per our traditions, our chiefs, they don't get up to greet. They don't. Traditionally, this is a nipa nankasa on who was some special relationship. And I just me who are me sorry, maybe I mahagi. But traditionally, our chiefs, no matter how high or low you are, or better honomu, ma why then? That is the respect. Look, they treated this region with total disrespect. Now, it was not only Greater Accra. Not only Greater Accra. There were several places who showed that attitude to the chiefs of this country. And you see, it is not only about where you come from. What is here? But it affects everybody because the chieftaincy is an institution that needs to be revered. What is here?
But maybe not president so far for the point say it's a national function. The supremacy of that national function is the president. So one also who say anyone him fear that's a national function. That's I mean the supreme. Fair say ube sorry na watch me. Our traditions are not things that we need to throw away. But it cannot Mami chilo countries are constitution. Debi na if I never say president Babe Chiawa I was so sorry na no please. You see developed countries and they revere more formal traditions in their ground. Go to the Eastern Bloc. Japan, Asia, your friend saying Thailand, those type of countries. Omu traditions, omu for India grow. But if you much year na mind for one crime, and share that official complaint them about the real officer president treat you. The disrespect. Now say enye yempo na yeka. It was out there. It was out there. One sorry I mean chiao. Na mo ehunu nyina. Sorry. Ne on chiao. Total disrespect. What is here? The chieftaincy is an institution. And nakunya na no na ham o ha mo ana. Nakunya na no do nam no. Na ewo air condition mo. Nakunya na no. O say ni de eno nkasa ni prerogative. Eno de ba na ha ayen for no. Oh, ade. Ebia o protect no. Enti baby obeko bia ono di na kunya eko. And they see the bia. Nkofo bebre, mi mehu bi bebre. It's not normal say president na kunya ben nanti akọ functions. That is the president. What is here? 2. And I said 3. During COVID, then you G2 mu say it was a pandemic. Okay. And that is the word. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah. Nenso under COVID, ye nyina yesu efre Nyankopon ekwanso a ye be save ye no. Na some ministers of this government boy a no. Oh how? Who are dancing? Oh minwa. Jawasem. We asem I was say yeka. Mamika okay mami more examples. Mamika more examples. Vaccines no. Then they see here. Then there's a child Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NDC.
Yariaba. Then you know you share them no. Not by any boy
So a quick statement I free Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration one about any say empenfu ekita service and diplomatic passport or MMO. Omomo up to Friday 24th January 2025. Now one na a woman any former ministers and spouses, former members of parliament irrespective of political affiliation, former members of the Council of State and spouses, former retired justices of the Superior and Lower Court, former regional ministers, MMDCs, executive officers of state institutions, chairs and members of boards, officials of the National Cathedral project. Yes, no more service passport and not diplomatic. Former political ambassadors and dependents, former businessmen and entrepreneurs, religious and traditional leaders. Nanama info. Na sofu anamukuta service passport. Former government functionaries and all other persons holding official passport, not currently serving in any official capacity for the state, or otherwise holding any position that falls under the requirement of Section 6 and 7 of the Passport and Travel Certificate Act 1967, NLCD 155. Yes, so more by Friday, 24th January 2025. So be for the service passport and our diplomatic passport. No, Emra. Honorable Nyindam, boycott any invitation from oral to minority to former government officials.
Well, answer na mebahono.
Okay.
Na mamenka asam kakrabi. Na mema menua secretary Tete Chantia say when it comes to respect for chiefs, won't mean categorically say Nana de Danko Akufo Addo wamfa obuo amahemfo. The way no was painty picture no enya no kore. Ye nyina yo wo man mu. Megitum say ebia na some activi
ebia de activi de
waboboso nya de ametimi aboboso. Some activi esiye sabi anko yi megitum sabi ye nyina ye nipa ontimi ntina hanka nkyere me say enfomso eni ono no so na afa. But when it comes to the chieftaincy institution, sabi proud asa he had a minister responsible for chieftaincy affairs in this country.
Yeah.
Nana Akufo Addo. So is he saying that he never respected that institution? Why will he have a whole ministry in charge of that?
I was the president.
Meba. Me say, say, there could be some acts beer.
As one you said in you.
Oh, me you say. Maybe I never knew.
Would you say disrespect someone? Penny catch what he says. Sorry,
say, we nipa. Okay. One when you mention, no, we nipa. Ebia na anamombia o 2 year no. At that particular time, no, sabe. Na ankoyi min kan say ebia ansi esi ye na mi ni ho
okay
mi hu photos
okay
one na me kire no yeah min kasi man mi hu photos e na wiase mo asese ba bia edru sabe omotimi dane oba ye na bemma I get what I'm saying
okay
e wo man yi mu enti na me kan say sa act no sabe we nipa bibi sa akora no eni nyina aka ho e na general secretary ka say obi bia sabe ya fom no. But when it comes to respect for chiefs, His Excellency Nana Akufo Addo respect chiefs. I don't think that he can make that statement just say on Muahimfo. No. It's unfortunate. That thing might have happened.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. And then yes, no, sabe, ye pacho. It is wrong. Chieftaincy institution, everybody belongs to a family where there are chiefs.
Yeah.
And everybody respect chiefs.
Yeah.
You know, ohonomate me correct size me sereno. And sa chrono asama okay. You see, yeah, politicians. There is one thing that sometimes you be more any opportunity so you see every penny for one corruption, a chrono way. This man, Benjamin Kumbo, and I'm sure he was there. He said, until young politicians, you know, your best jai in Nemabi. Now, Yaman the credit at the right time, no, boy, because we keep accusing ourselves, say, yeah, crown for. You see, here, make us all your crown for. On your point, because me your crown for. But it's one thing accusing, and it is another thing proving, say, it is right, and now it is true, say, someone see, I say. oral yeah omo de buy omo say operation recover all loot yes sir
yeah
na chere say operation recover na chere say yanka say ye atumu say ebi mo awia de we have created in the minds of Ghanaians say ebi mu ababe wia de there are thieves in this country.
Okay.
In every society, so won't mean kasa akronfo ni ho.
Yeah.
Mean kasa. But it is one thing obeti make say asima si we akronfo o ma wia de. But in actual sense no, say if you are subjecting that particular act, obeba be hu say asima si no wan wia de. Nti ye fu say state institutions wo ho. Yen nyina ye ditumi ahya omonsa. Special prosecutor ne tumi na ye da mai. Enche bia o the 7th parliament. Yeah. And sa particular act in by, and then now we have a whole special prosecutor's office responsible for some of this alleged corruption acts. Go there, complain, let them take it up. Your CID, police CID department, your yeko. Well, but how fast are all right here? What is their last lifespan? How many days? A day no more baby. Omo you complain. No, me say omo you know. Omo you complain. Say, ye fu say we abokro no. Enti munko yese. Ye fu say ye ditumi ahye ebi mo nsa. Ye mfa sa buonu masa institutions no. Okay. Na omo deal with those matters. And yes sir, politically it's going to die very soon.
All right.
Oh, say be we say
so basically I think is it Joyce Bauer is a cracker say when the Minister of Justice and Attorney General takes office.
Exactly. So it will die off now. Why do we have to create something like this? Because one of them says I will no any appointment to.
Why?
Kofi Boachi. Director of Operations. Yeah. Okamo. Next week, Okujato, man appointment.
Appointment.
Oh, massa. Oh my nyina ni newu.
Some Okujato abla.
Na ya na meti wa mkatata akra onim. Onu kra ni position of the man.
He deserves it.
Appointment. But he's going to be appointed next week. Oh, next week, yeah. My parliament, yeah, I'm going to listen about. Are you guys what I'm saying? So the lifespan of this aura is very short. Okay. But it creates in the minds of the people, say, we have looters. And I heard you complaining. Oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. Yes, but because we have already created in their minds, say, when they suspect anything, na nkrofo aduane o makofa tamale nkrofo aduane o makofa akodididi o money we o mafa no say enye obi dia ade a eye obi dia enye obi na kowia.
So you support say obi invite from ora memfi no.
That is what we think. We think say as a minority say there are state institutions. Okay. Sabe ofu say na we no let me put on record. We are not supporting crime.
Okay.
We are not condoning say sabe obi ye bone a ma mra ni nipa nya den eni. That's not what we are saying. Yeah. Recognize institutions backed by law. That can prosecute. We'll be giving more authority to our state institutions instead of giving authority to individuals to handle. MY. And now the regional organizers some issues be accusing him strongly that he's supporting something. I get what I'm saying. But utie na asama, mimi tie na asama. I say the regional chairman. Sorry.
Also on do.
Sorry. Was it no regional chairman. But utie asama na no regional organizer ne kana.
Okay.
Utimi un say to some extent no. In fact. Because narration na o man chere say a car has been optioned. Okay. Somebody was authorized to buy that car. He bought it. Yes, you may have a problem with the quantum of money or the amount of money. You may have a problem, but as the person really wronged. So if you go to special prosecutor, you go to what's the ID, they will deal with the issue by law.
Yeah.
But who the share in Cronford team say, see your Cronford, na omo muko di na chi, no mubono no mukum na adeche no, ube say asam na we one yeni ya. And why? So okay. This oral thing, no, I think that it is politically to just satisfy people that we are here, we want to take charge, people have stolen, we have to fight them, but the lifespan of this is very short.
Okay, so
it's not going to help anybody.
And remember, a press conference now, Dr. Gideon Boako, LED minority in the year. I said, even at the time Krani appointed these members of Ora team, not John Mahama was not the president of Ghana.
He was then the president-elect. So omuhu ne say eye NDC for na ato omuku. Ompen krofo bi so mo announce NDC for. Enye for so invite MPP ni bia omra.
Minya. Sometimes politics ewo me eye den pa. Yenyu anuma mo studio anuma me hwe me. So Biton Land Cruiser at the amount 13,000 Ghana cedis. We are sure say the Land Cruiser is here on me. Say obi enyina yembeto sa Land Cruiser no 13,000 Ghana cedis. Yenyina ye wa hanom no obi abetimi ato. Boom. Ye yankasa ye bo oman no. Ghana is a well-resourced country. Sika wo oman mu. But abroad and a year bo or mine. Me person make us ask him. But and tell you will come hanumo and a special prosecutor, Uncle Nam. What is our statement? No, yeah.
And your money, Omunia,
Office of the Special
Prosecutor. Is it about maybe who
issues are or young way Juma? Okay. I'll be a public statement. Obia on one kasa na buy a pam. Say ombeji
special prosecutor na buy.
Was it? A buy on a pam.
It's a state institution.
Oh, Minya. But you understand? Oh no, never tea. As some may babe can win here.
Okay.
Or say, the beer may do no. Me Uncle Nam. Me Miankasa near me to me no. Me and the man was virtually in tears within himself. Ghana for more be in refi. Now, a institution ban no other.
Special prosecutor Nana Boss.
Anameboa. Yeah. Was he given the authority or the power to operate?
And say, complaining say,
now Obi cultural say, or ye Ankunama in the government Yamano ejuma potense ondi. What is the meaning of it? It means say a choir was a bino a support no a yen ejuma no. Oma withdraws our support no.
In terms of resources, in terms of governmental support,
everything.
And I said yeah.
Both what we see and what we don't see. Or can you play? That statement, you know, me real feeder. What I say is a statement. Ghana for so mu ehun say, abai on the end nukre. Because no bia expect say yebema papa no aye na ejuma sene amrasi esi mano.
Yeah.
But he had challenges. Na enye onope o. Before then no near one so or so free no. He made even another worse statement about the president. Okay. Or refer president, you know, as the mother serpent of corruption. Ewo memu. Me kan wo twi ni mo. En mo mo ti here. O say president, you know. Eye owo, ye ka proye any kankan ya. Owo nankasa no. Maame no. Ana mi twi no. Afa square.
Wo dey kwaso. Say twi. Na wo dey kwaso. Say one o ka wasem. Say di yitiu. Ye wi ana ese aka ye di.
We, anya Ghana for na kan yo. Mpanyimfo a ye de omo ato institutions a obi ye katasisha. Omo watu mi se omo ni nipa no ebe ba omo anim. no mo hu nukura e wo ade ni mu na e wo e ba ne se ye twi san nipa no aso a oman no etumi atwe na so na wo hwe mo mienu nyina kasa o mo kasa aye no na kire se eye ndada na government no sa institution na government ni create here no not the data Ghana for because on person one kasa the party for will go under that scrutiny. Nyameka no obi antumi en kan say nyameka no nyem nokre enyem na meka what you say enti no me just me responding to ya okay concern you number oral you krom hanu oh ye transitions na chaotic so me can say chaotic ni amechire ni say anytime aban bia ebeba so no na aban na wa baso no supporters no na omudi oman no your friend saying administration e kan yo ni nyama na omudi oman kasa di ashom nsem
yeah
enti ebia me ma de bi kwa da ho no mu a na obi aba se ade we enye wo dia e ya ban dia anamewa
yeah
and consistently no it was say yetwe hu efi sa ade no ho because emma amamu na ye ebu no enkokan because sabi me won bibi na office say ade na me wo no eye kro no a obekọ police station
yeah
na wa call reporting but who need to me say would by force eba beji sa ade no efi me nche one of the worst cases ye hu here was 2016. It was very chaotic. The Caesar man forecast.
That should be 2017.
2017, correct. And you know, yeah, but this current administration, you know, it was one area. President in the party, you know, and you know, Munasu say, you're making sure, say, you're very limiting that level of impunity. Meanwhile, betumi can say in Greater Accra, we were able to stamp our authority. Yes, we have pockets, but largely, to a very large extent, the transition within Greater Accra region, you know, has been very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. What in America can I say? That is not to say it be ANC. But yeah, ko yenimu no. Ye nyina yen try say sa transitional period nyama no ebe curtail. And we can only curtail it when we have a stopgap measures. Okay. Now, the oral President Nikai say it was a stopgap measure to make sure say Ghana for omuwo nyama kukoso. You know, you see, civil service. Oh, if you've been in the civil service, you understand some of these things. Sure, meaning headmasters, assistant headmasters. They couldn't open their mouth to criticize what government policy are. Because who criticize here, the next day, you know, you be move away from home. Nyankasa me ba my daughter the school. But I say getting to December, like government no per se, oman kwada ni ko school. Okay. Teachers no, headmasters no chance for nyai criticize say that 1 week and I say kwada no be ko asaba government also emfa aduane ni nyamanyama embae. Okay. One of your media stations went to my daughter's school. And what was the crime of the assistant headmaster? Obie na no e kan say nia ekoso no e ye nokre omuntumi e admit nkwada no because nyama omo de be hwe nkwada no eni ono. The following day, the sending a query, a movie no, a ministry. This so called share na mobile. Akunya kra oni bi of etnaso. That was the level of impunity this government was heaping on people.
Tienene oran.
Yes. And in conform with nyama, they want the current government to know. But they want their security. They want their security protected.
Security, no, they are Attorney General under the office of the Attorney General. They have that security. Under the office of the Special Prosecutor, they have that security.
See, stop gap. No, so I just to say stop gap. Yeah. And then Attorney General, I take you over. Sorry. Over. Yes, more approve
by Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thank you. Once that process is over, oral is over. Omudi, information o magadening na edima Attorney General. Minya, how ne say?
Yeah, ni how.
Ti, wa fa ban siga.
Be ni how.
We are aban japade.
Yes, see anyhow.
Exactly. It is so be kotra hono.
Yes.
No say.
But a waste of state resources.
It is not a waste.
It is a waste.
Look, they are not being paid.
You see,
Ghana for hold on. No, hold on.
Okay, meet you.
Hold on.
Meet you.
The man Ukrainian lady.
Meet you.
Omwa is Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Apart to be members of the oral, no, they are not receiving akatuya. It's a sacrificial job.
But who told you resources means money?
Hold on. They are not using any government resources. Yeah. Go and check.
I hear.
Go and check.
So even
cars, where they are operating from, what's it?
Cars, fuel,
their personal, it's a sacrifice. Yes, just to ensure, say, Ghana for no moon to mean kasa.
Okay.
Or more
information,
damaging evidence about near buying penny for a year, institutions, you know, or be mom. Na
etika somebody echini na fu ogum nyina
never
one kasabotom ska aban one person akure
never
okay
go and check
okay
it's a sacrificial job honorable
minim say
mama na o ka minim
well mama ko break me ba so happy birthday enko enfama Queen Adiza Abdullahi we a beautician ewo kwada so ye okumase wish you all the best we free wakasa onua brajo honum Osinya me enshira na onyo kese kopense obeye kese pa I think okay. So this one too says happy birthday to Love Luck na from your brother Peter Ampoma ene unyanum enyina Oma Elvis Miriam Angel Jiwa ene wona ekeka onyina say we sure the best from Abruwa Bubuash Abruwa meto ka che ya me enshira na onyo kese ye kwa kwa formula eba yebeto akomane so okay nti boys adisika egu bottom yam yeshira boys makato se fatu team say in the first 120 days of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama betting tax will be off and betting tax will be off nti mu amutwa na mudi no mu can say very soon then very soon betting tax before na ahoto etimi aba ora me no outage
yes
na anasto will be kan ora no
oh yeah we dey o camp dey na na me dey aka ho na
say enu amusa say ya to force so ba o sa ebe contradicting you see here the minority muso so say mano ya ye 88
yes majority is majority minority is minority
but me minor
no, we are don't you
see some
even you see Ukraine. We even use Ukraine.
So we are minority.
Yeah, yes, because that is what our orders states.
Yeah.
There is not anything less than is unparliamentary.
No, speaker ko yes sir.
Speaker assembly there, eno na eduru ba bia. One say parliament no, eduru ba bia ye di bibi wom.
Okay.
Na akreti
na mama energy abaka kra no be
there is nothing like that. Me say so mo say omo ye omo do so. Me catch NDC for so almost omo do so. 4 independent candidates no. Omo de omo ye dan. I don't know man pam omo. E no mo je kan.
Oh so omo ba fie.
Na mo ba fie na fo some do
so omo
which means that numbers are never enough.
But any NPP so ya simple.
Numbers
4 independents so omo pam so nkra ntia.
Oh, menua wa wote ase enya so mo mpa ye ho
okay
sabe obi apɛ ba bia tumi wo
ade wo
sanet
ye nya bia kofi
ye free hanom a omo mbe chia secretary no omo dose so omo mbe chia me because we ban mu wote ase sana adwuma no tie what you say iti obi apɛ ba bia sabe one person buru na wo no enti ye ne de ma nya aka
obi apa ba mu
okay but uduru ho no ma e na so no be hu say sanity opposition kra e bia na nkan
ka wo didi kra che
tie menua secretary tete chaka say
okay
matina midua description a wode ma Nana Addo Akufo Addo sabe mate menka say nya no kure but onu no yura fio wan kan matina midu kafa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wan kan no the description of the man His Excellency John Dramani Mahama when it comes to corruption he said the same things about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama when it comes to corruption ena ade ba ko a ye nyina SEA we are building institutions. Wow, Obama says we must allow institutions to work. Yeah, yeah, kasa asem no. You quote Obama up and down. Say ye full say, and I will full say, time ye wa ban mu no. Ya treat some of these institutions well. Wa dwen no. Oba ye beka so ya ankonam. Se se ye free aban mu. Sanka ni nua aba. Ana me wa. So say no say ya ankonam. Okay. Ye ya aban mu no ya ankonam. But se se ya
muna appointed
muna ya appointed ne de wo se ya ankonam. Okay. Che say akade a ye de be ma na me na ya adwuma no. Ya ama no bi. Se se muna mu wa ban mu.
No be ye janka.
Dabi. No, on so janka because ese mu di mu adwuma no ma no. Na mu boa no.
Like the resources and the
power
no.
We are building institutions.
Okay.
We are not building the individual. Yeah. So that is why this oral thing shouldn't have even started in the first place. Because we want to build our state institutions. Nti me sremo. Oral na de. Ye yankronfo no yankase momo appear before any of these recognized state institutions. We are not saying that. Okay. Accountability is very important. And each and every one of us must be called to account. Nti we are not covering anybody. No, not at all. Minority won't do that. We will speak and make sure say we must allow state institutions to work and we'll get results. Because in state institutions you need human resource na. Everyone me nyina. But na politics. Na yankrofa akoye we na yakwakoye we at the end of the day. Young members na ne baba be accused here. In any case, what are you talking about protection? Who is after who? Say OD document akwakoma or an fool say you are more protected than going to the special prosecutor or going to the police CID? I don't think so.
You can't be protected more.
In any case, those documents you are submitting are going back to the same institutions or the Attorney General's department.
But who presented it?
The fact that you have presented it doesn't mean that when they are scrutinizing and want further evidence, you will be called. No, say who the document there. No, it is not just enough say who the document beba. It is not too enough like that. At least the source of that document must also be known.
Okay.
Obviously. And for
proper prescription.
Exactly. Say yes at the end to be a dead thing. And you know, Niamimi Srane say, yeah, we are not shielding anybody. We are not. That one, let's understand that. Yes, the next issue, Nana Oka Atufo answer. Yeah. I think that these are young men who are capable. I will not run any of these three people who have been appointed as ministers. I won't run anybody down.
That's the first three cabinet ministers.
Yes, the first three cabinet ministers. Jinapo, Aini, and then a friend saying, Ato. Fine gentlemen. But Edru Babia, Yanui. I be Jina Badwam. Nisim peso I beka. Edru Babia is the casam ni na wunti minka. You cannot, because on record, Atu knows very well, say, or no instant, any leadership in him say, sa betting taxi, or no nyaya, nke oho.
Atu no personal.
But Atu supported betting tax.
He
supported betting tax.
He supported what?
Betting tax.
Where?
Oh, my friend. Go their records. He never saw anything wrong with betting tax. He never saw anything wrong. But because it is a policy of government, you know. Because it's a policy of government, say about 120 days, you be use anima we are free house. Obviously, he has to. But me sre yen nyina say, look, o man ye woman. Ye ni o man bia kan o man yi. We don't. Look, Unim say, Atu himself has admitted on record, say, Rotos. Ojitum pass over here free.
Yeah.
And I'm a boy. Ojitum. But when he was confronted then, was he no? They are bringing it back. The same at force.
Because it goes beyond him.
Exactly. Are you getting what I'm saying? This is our man.
On the issue is
yes.
On my personal score.
Yes.
May agree with this issue of
yes.
maybe say the road to Ebana yes. But at the government level, a binding trust in United say Yenfa road to yes. Baby, I'm a person the beba. But doesn't mean some media no supersede the whole of cabinet decision.
That's we are just saying that today.
Okay.
The man who will be in charge of our economy, who will drive this economy, is the finance minister.
Sure.
Nobody can take away from it. So people are talking about we are talking about inconsistencies.
The money inconsistent.
What you have to can say credibility problem.
Matters,
or the integrity the vice president.
Yeah.
And now we need her. The vice president is not the president too. The vice president is not the president. So never be our vice president na president say onyin tumu why. It is the same way and never be what Ato has a personal opinion about.
Yeah.
But if president says I don't want it, who are you?
Good.
There are certain things that people say as personal opinions or they are in government and say certain things. It doesn't mean that the person is lacking credibility problems.
Okay.
No. But maybe powers above him.
Okay.
Look, your woman you promise former your mama, former president, now president. Or can to the sense that was he on promising? He promised not to promise again. Have you forgotten? Yes, because sometimes it is not everything that you say that at the end of the day you can get it through. So okay. I think that although our press conference we have pointed out some of this inconsistency of some of these ministers, I still think that at the end of the day, we have a country to govern.
Okay.
That's all I think. And okay. I think that giving them all the support and allowing them to function, we may see that at least this is not their first time they are going there. They were once assisting. They've been there assisting.
Yeah.
But today they are going there to insist because they are now ministers.
Sure.
If given the opportunity, which obviously I know the opportunity will be given to them. We all expect something good from them. That's the little I would say. Gyampo and Raso. And now baby the gum.
I never quite hear me there. I was kasa na. I can't win some say. Individual kasa.
Yes.
Are different from government policy.
Yeah.
Say what yes Sadia. Press conference now I see anything.
Pointing out his inconsistency.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
You agree?
Yes.
Wankasa waka.
So he's also looking at the personal level. So that's my personal view.
Okay. What in America?
Yes.
No? Yeah, Parliament now you know. Within the 8th Parliament, the NDC as a government has supported.
NDC as
as an opposition, has supported MPP programs and activities over 95%.
Where? In this country?
Hey, honorable.
In Parliament?
You are passing my budget.
Budget way. Sane pass budget. Sane pass budget.
Na sabu wa hanu. Omo budget be na NDC refuse here.
Sane pass budget. Omo mamu o. Omo ye mo adwuma. Sane mo pass budget. After destroying the budget, Sane pass budget. Oh, Mina. Kawasam, but don't even say you supported government activities. You support government 90%.
Over.
Hey.
Look.
So one pass e-levy, man.
E-levy.
Everything we supported.
We have two presidents in this country. One controlling the executive wing and the other controlling the parliamentary, the legislative wing. Completely. That is the kind of challenges we had in 2024.
Virtually. Okay. We supported everything because governance now, we can disagree.
Okay.
But you can't hold the state to ransom. Because okay, I say during Omula's days in office, the there was an issue of scanner, your friend saying
the vote thing.
Yes. It best sustain governance for 3 months. No. You saw how yenina obia eyam ehihye because na Ghana for nyina nim say sai sika no parliament anje antumu a ana parliament anya ene workers anka yentumi nti omuka. Okay?
Yes.
Nti eno no eye ade a se won prince kura e wo se wo ye den. Wo ye.
Yes.
In the national interest.
Yes.
But now at that time no mu fee say you best support loans are kese bia last minute omo pese omo gigi. Any taxes are omo pese omo de man kofo bia ye nti ase.
Tax waivers.
Yeah. And I say no there say sa vote no na mu prince mu be yen yesi mu nti ase a sa waivers ni de nya de aye beye. Because yen to me exactly. And almost the difficulty ya abeba nti omo twimu to the extent say yen ye be give it up.
Okay.
Na omo timi enya sa loans no sika no omo san tumi enya tax waivers no. But we insisted say sa nyama menu no de enya ade a ye the last minute e be approve the amount.
That's the loans in e ba ya nka mo cover sun kwa na kabeba.
O de ni aka na kwan ye du abonti am be kan kire. Ni ehia eye ni ehia eye sikana ye de be hwe oman no. And finally they could talk to it.
Yeah.
Because almost anya ni yes gracia onya.
Oh na me ni ho. Me ni yes gracia bia.
But I think say all of the
I some na make.
I think say ye nyina as a nation we need to take a second look at this tax waivers conversation.
Yeah.
The last time na Kenofrata complaining about how Mexico.
Why?
Kenofrata.
Oh yes, they've been.
Kenofrata has complained.
Tax waivers, yes.
Tax waivers, yeah. Kenofrata.
Former finance.
Yes.
I don't know Okasa.
Yes.
Ade. Onya agency.
Oh, that agency.
No ball, man.
Tie.
No plunge or my into the hashipa. Ghana
for look, they've been even conscious effort led by Koku Kwati. But then they deputy.
And you know what they did to him?
Oh, what did they do to him? He's still there. What did they do to him?
Pushing
Okay, so graphic published our story on the 19th of July.
Yes.
2019. Kenofrata Assembly. Or say state loses 27 billion Ghana cedis to tax exemptions. That was Kenofrata. That's July 19, 2022. So the concern at that time, and it's expanded from President Akufo time.
Yes.
See, you lose about 27 billion Ghana cedis. But also the quantum of sky you're losing. And the reason you lose is Ghana. Oh, compare.
In fact.
Maybe so I said. I will be one Okawa.
No, I say who?
And yeah, Lubio.
Oh, maybe as train.
Abuabaya.
Represent me.
Onim Abuan.
Onimo. Okay.
Unkrafu Abuabaya.
Onipa na ikawo.
Who say
who? No, sir. It is not true. It's not true.
Look, but
you see, the finance minister no, you can't economy na.
Yeah.
Ono na president no, odi to me ediama.
Yeah.
In fact, and yes, oye na ejuma po is also an advisor to the president when it comes to issues of monetary and fiscal policy. Okay? Sure. Ya de ejuma sha unsem a enye lamentation. You are put there to provide what? Solution.
But okay, I didn't think say maybe he's drawing the attention of the whole country to a certain danger be a elumi or baby. Because giving tax waiver enye illegal. Omayama marano entia. But maybe he was drawing our attention to the fact say, yes, Omayama marama ho kwanse ma tax waivers. But maybe can we take a second look at Enfaswa as Omay? Ye the free tax waiver and so. Is it just because you just want people to come here and set up business? No, when you sika nom sadeko. And I say, oh, you maybe you say some benefit after see you do out because he's talking about 27 billion Ghana cedis. At that time, even if the dollar was hovering around, say 15, 16 to a CDA, look at this amount of billions of dollars. That's a country. You lose it. But you call IMF Kwaji say $3 billion. With so many conditions.
Yes. Last,
okay.
Okay, Sadia in July.
Yes.
Okay. After Ogu economy no, one can say members about 80 of them. I catch the president say, Papa we, and one more minor. I could see baby, I could see no pamono. And Nipana, Omoya Sadia no. Diana is about Muso. Party no, Eddie Omunibre, Essi, Sani Panaso. Na president ni vie no. And no sa akoye no den. Well, finance bibi, se se de amanoni. Oh, patoni, dini ya den. Oh, near finance minister. Yeah, money portfolio. No, maybe the best
a public and us a private.
To me now, you demand. To me now, you demand. That's to change. The last finance minister.
We yakase tax waivers in Yina Bonia and Yanokore.
Okay, that is true.
Don't let's create that opinion.
Sure.
There are some tax waivers are very, very necessary and must be given.
Okay.
Nyanamika kwa kwati ansama na person okan. Look, ye formulate a bill.
Okay.
In Parliament to control the kind of tax waivers yema.
Okay.
So that you don't just get up because law not allow say you can get a tax waiver. You just get up and bring in that you are going for tax waivers. That will not help us as a nation. And as some like we were saying. Although one year the finance minister and most of the challenges now we heap it on him, but it was a government.
Okay,
it's not him alone.
But
he may have a personal opinion to share on these tax waivers, and I think that he said it not once, not twice. It has been a challenge.
But I see, Honorable Martin, you know me a member of Parliament this year, a war Pandai constituency, Honorable Theophilus Tetachai, a Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NDC. But then the Akwesi is here. What you out for? If I said yes,